We wrap up the round robin with two of the best teams in Canada. And a first Canada Cup for Rachel Homan. They are the defending champions and look to hold on to the title here in Brandon. A Scottish championship for Manitoba. Scottish champion, world champion, Olympic gold medal winner Jennifer Jones has done it all. The winner tonight goes right through to Sunday's final. So it is Homan against Jones, the Home Hardware Canada Cup. Brandon University, big basketball town Brandon is. They've got games tonight, men's and women's, at the Athletics Center. Let's bring you up to date what happened this afternoon in Draw 8. And Brad Jacobs out of Sault Ste. Marie, gold medal winner in Sochi. He had a chance against Reed Carruthers to lock up a spot in the playoffs, but he wasn't on his game. Ryan Fry wasn't on the game. They lose it 5-1, so they missed that opportunity. A lot of teams missed their chances to qualify. Gushue we know is in, but Mike McEwen keeps himself alive, and Steve Laycock, he could have gotten in. He missed his chance as well, keeping John Epping alive. Well, on the ladies' side, Kelsey Rock wins her first, and Val Sweeting we know will finish at 3-3, beating Jennifer Jones. Standings, well, on the men's side, men's team's in. Gushue Carruthers. Jacobs win tonight, he's in. There could be as many as 4 teams at 3-3. Jones, Homan, they are in. Val Sweeting's at 3-3. We could have as many as 3 teams at 3-3 by the time the night is over. As on this Friday night, we say hello, Canada. Welcome back to the Keystone Center here in Brandon. Cheryl Russell alongside Rachel Homan, defending Canada Cup champion, Canadian champion, and this year she decided to take a little time off. Not play quite as much, but it certainly hasn't hurt her. She got off to a great start, finished round robin at 4-1.
She's only played 4 events this year, but it hasn't hurt. 85% win percentage. It's the best in this field. They've practiced more, they've traveled less, they're mentally rested, and that's allowed them not to lose focus on any shots. And they're coming into this field 100% ready for every game and every event.
And as I say, she's guaranteed a spot in the playoffs here, and of course, his trials spot. On the other side, by contrast, there was Jennifer Jones, just being Jennifer Jones, out there banging brooms every week, and she just never lets off. She always wants to be the best, always wants to play at the top of her game.
Well said, Beck. Jen just had her second baby, Brent and Jen, in the fall. Conventional wisdom, they've already got their spot. You'd think they'd take it easy this year. That's not Jennifer's style at all. It's all about preparing, getting better time and time and time again. 7 events, did well in just about every single one of them. Very consistent year. Jen's back, she's healthy. This team wins by outscoring their opponent. 8.4 shots they score against their opponent every single game. That's going to be tough for Homan to overtake.
So when we come back, it will be Jennifer Jones against Rachel Homan, ready to bang brushes here at the Keystone Center.
Team Homan's an amazing team, and we know that we're going to have to play our very best in order to have a chance to beat them and hopefully get some breaks along the way. And with it being the last game of the round robin, it's a big game that we're going to have to play well to win.
They've been an amazing team for years, and having some great games against them has been really a lot of fun over the years. And we're always excited when we get to play Jones. It'll be fun playing the last round robin against them. We always know they're going to bring a really good game, and so it'll be fun to watch on TV, that's for sure.
The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like Cashmere. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
They both know they are into the playoffs. They both know they're into next year's curling trials. Time to meet the teams now. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Skip Rachel Homan. Our lead is Lisa Weigel. Our second, Joanne Courtney. Our third, Emma Miskew. And we curl out of the Ottawa Curling Club.
Hi, I'm Skip Jennifer Jones. Our lead is Dawn McEwen. Our second is Jill Officer. Third is Caitlin Laws, and we curl at the St. Mattel Curling Club in Winnipeg.
Rachel Homan will play the Redstones. Has her brush down as Jennifer Jones and team won the draw to the button. They will have the last rock. They'll have the hammer here in the first, playing yellow. And to get us underway, the Homan lead is Lisa Weigel.
There right now. 3. Don't need 2. All there right now. 4, 5.
Talking to Lisa before the game, and I said, okay, so here you go. And she says, you know, we always like to play Jones. There's a mutual respect for their ability. You always want to play the best and challenge yourself. And in a sense, knowing what they've accomplished here and where they're going to be next year, this, to my mind, may even be thought of. There's no doubt, I think. A lot of people expect these two teams possibly meet again to go to Korea. Are we seeing tonight a preview of the trials final, Cheryl?
Absolutely. I think that's a distinct possibility, and they've met twice already on the tour this year, and Homan winning both of those head-to-head. So you know Jennifer would like one win against her for sure leading into next year and the next events that they play. You hate to ever let a team get up on you too many wins.
Oh, no question, because it happens, doesn't it? You think back in your career, there's some teams you did well against, some teams you didn't for whatever reason, and the last thing either one of these teams wants to do is have that disadvantage going into the trials, because you know, if you gave both these skips a lie detector test, I think they would say, I'd rather not play the other team each other in the final next year. So this is a huge game, because whoever wins this thing has not only the bye, but has hammer in the big game. If you win, you've got those brownie points going forward. I can't wait to see it, because the Homan team, I think some teams match up against each other well or not so well. And I think in this case, Jones matches up well against Homan because of their finesse ability. But that's what Holman's been working on for at least a year. So it'll be interesting.
And they did talk quite a bit about the luxury of this season and having that ability to practice, because the problem is you're on tour so much and you don't get as much time to have full 2 or 3 weekend practices where you're really focused. You're always on the road traveling.
Well, just look at the way they're starting here. These two. Homan goes up center guard, and right around they come. Let's take a look at the keys to the game. We'll start with Rachel Homan.
Well, I do think the difference could be at third here. You know, Emma had a brilliant season last year. She's the same this season with not as many reps, and she's going to have to really play well to push Caitlin, who always has a good high shooting percentage. And then you're going to want to strive for best in class. They come in as the #1 team in steals allowed, only 12%, and you need to use their upweight ability to open up the ends and not allow steals against Jones.
And you can expect that upweight to come from Joanne Courtney. In fact, you've got two teams here with probably the best upweight seconds in the women's game in Jill Officer and Joanne Courtney.
Tons of room, can't be heavy. 6 to it.
Sit.
The keys now for Jennifer Jones.
Well, it's just to play on her own terms. I just mentioned it earlier. They score so many points. They like rocks and play. They know the angles. Jen's one of the best ice readers, best strategists in the game. So why not play that way? My only concern and the key to this game is Caitlin. Caitlin's draw percentage is down to 66%. Now, it has been patchy. It might be a shade faster coming home. You can give her a bit of a bye, but she has to up that draw percentage to play the style and help her skip that she's going to get.
Well, that's a perfect lead to Kathy Gauthier, because Caitlin Laws has had to deal with some changes herself this year.
Well, we've talked so much about Mark Nichols in the absence of Brad Gushue, but for Caitlin, she did some skipping. She played third for different skips in the absence of Jennifer, and even when Jennifer had the baby 2 weeks early, they decided to stay the course. It didn't make a lot of sense for Jennifer's coming back onto the ice with a brand new baby in Sweden. And so what she felt is that in playing for different skips, she learned more about herself. How do you get the best out of a player? And also when she skipped, what are the kinds of messaging that she likes to hear? One thing I have observed in doing the updates is that Caitlin comes down a lot more during the course of the end. She says she's mapping the ice, but I watch and the dialogue has really increased between her and Jennifer, maybe a way of transitioning back and also making for a stronger team.
Well, you got to play. They asked you,
There's no double if we know this one.
Cheryl, to skip. What was your impression of Caitlin?
Yeah, we played in the Colonial, and she does come down. And, I was used to a third that maybe didn't come down as often, but Caitlin does come down, and she wanted to continue that on because that is the dynamic she has with Jen. And I think she likes to see the ice from both ends and the shots and the angles. So she continued that when we played together.
Whoa! Nice, clean, yep.
She's just one of those positive people to play with, and it was a real luxury for me to get to join that team for one event.
Yikes, and onto the back one.
And there's the catcher. So just to relive some memories, this was you and the team at the Colonial. Yep, just to remind you that Jennifer was there always over your shoulder. You just couldn't get away from her. And then, of course, there you are in an elevator somewhere. Yeah.
We took Jen everywhere.
It took Jennifer everywhere. There you go. Just not a team without Jen. Well done. Very nicely done.
Maybe the other reason you may see Caitlin, especially in this event, going back and forth to the other end of the ice is because it's been so patchy, and I think that you really want to kind of follow a rock down to see the speed if you're going to throw next. It's been a key for the front ends, even the sweepers, to relay that information to the back ends.
Big jam there by Jill Officer to take away a potential 3-ender, and then it looked like Homan would sit 3 but rolled out, so they're kind of trading Christmas gifts here.
Homan is sitting to 2, but without last rock here in the first. Caitlin Laws.
Right to it. Okay.
Was looking to roll it over on top, and we'll sit right there. T-line, 8 foot.
Good. Normal? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just normal. Just normal. Straight through. She'll come back.
That curled hard, and the inside out on the other side curled hard. We've talked about that all week, but I think in this case it's because there's some fresh pebble. There's nobody played those shots in practice.
Just normal.
You have to keep your weight up a bit, or certainly take more ice for that first end or two.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh, hang on, and it will sit there.
That came up a lot.
It did, with that rotation.
Yes. Chance for Caitlin's pretty natural here. Just hit and roll over towards that back one. Might even make it.
In the last game, we saw this spot straighten out a little bit.
Maybe not yet, though, because it's fresh pebble. But yeah, I'm with you. That's exactly what happened.
Nothing at all from McHugh and her officer. And she'll just breeze it on the way by.
Oh, you're right, hey, look at that.
Yeah, usually the pebble early will grab it at least.
Her first one curled.
Nice try. Should have almost froze on the back, I guess, eh?
I like the hit.
Yeah. Nice try.
Didn't think I deserved flash.
No, I agree.
Just like last game.
Over the course of an event, when you're pebbling the ice, the pebble starts off, or the ice starts off dead flat. Every time you pebble it, when you're swinging the pebble head, it's moving quickly on the center line, and then it's stopping at the edges of the 12. You tend to have a buildup of pebble out wide. All the plays down the middle, which wears the pebble off. So over the course of time, usually takes a month or two, but over the course of time, your ice can become dished. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. It's getting a little bit, just a fraction straighter inside out. Even in the Jacobs game, even on the draws, they were having a little bit of trouble burying around those corner guards.
Quiet. Top 8 at least. Gotta go. You heard it. 4.
Great opportunity here for Rachel to get a chance at a draw, especially early in the game.
Hard. Come on. Gotta go. Hard. Gotta be in.
Weigel and Courtney putting this on their back and trying to get it there.
No. It just
Wow.
seemed like quite your regular release to me.
That's kind of what I was throwing though to the
Yeah.
button. Barely anything.
Okay.
It's just only fast there.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard Rachel talk
Yeah,
about
she
that's
doesn't
what she
release
felt
that
like
much.
she threw to the button, but the problem is you're now going out to a new path.
Sure, totally different path.
She just knows
Draw the
that.
button was in a keen spot.
Where did she throw it? About here?
Yeah.
Wow. It's probably one of the worst ends I've seen Team Jones play. Now they've got a shot at a
Could have
2.
added 5 feet from the hammer.
Funny sport.
Do you guys like? Do you like nose in the
Just
back
not what
and
we
maybe
thought.
get the length out of it, or do you like coming around?
Oh, this is the call all day, isn't it?
I think she was
Cheryl?
just light, eh?
I think so.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so. We
yeah.
both missed the time. Did you get one?
15 and a half.
Okay.
I need 8 foot.
These chances don't come very often.
Line's good. Line's good. Need a piece of the 8.
Bruce,
Get off. Off.
No, it's all there.
T-line right now. Off. Dawn in only. Dawn in if you have to go. It needs to curl a long way.
Get off for a second.
8 foot. Hey, yep.
Go.
Yep.
Now it starts to bust for them.
Yes.
And taking it back and just
like we
back
had
of the
it buried.
T-line.
Like it's heavy.
Not fully buried, but great
Nice
guess.
speed, Jen.
Yeah.
Could have waited a little longer.
I think we just, when the line's out like that, just get right
Oh,
on
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anything like. Well, I mean, we saw Rachel's.
I know, but just give it a chance
Yeah.
anyway. Like, this is just as bad as missing it.
So her thought is what? Just let the stone break before you brush. Give it a little chance
Yeah, it
to
was
work.
just outside the center line. We've talked about that all week, that where it's got to cross the line to get the maximum curl, and she was just saying, yeah, give it a chance.
Come off the line. Probably throw less weight if I have to throw out in the edge. Close.
Trying to make it 3 with the win here.
Yeah, it's good. Whoa. Yeah. Quiet. Whoa.
What do you think?
11. Yeah. Weight's good. Hard. Hardly. Hard.
One more time. Here comes that guard. This is going to be a big scrub to get it by. And they will not.
It's the line.
Here, H.
Yeah, I think that's one of those spots. Once it goes, you can't hold it even with that
Right.
rotation. You kind of had to anticipate.
She could throw it.
Scary to do, though.
I think Jennifer's fooled them, because Jennifer's on the high side of the center line for basically the far hog line, and it didn't do a lot of curling, but the ice that Rachel had to take was on the line, so it curled early.
You need 8 foot.
Yeah.
Wow, Jill
I think I
jammed
could
one,
throw
took out her
Jonathan
own,
the-
rolled out.
Not quite, eh?
Caitlin
quite.
flashed
Yeah,
a
right.
wide open
Yeah.
hit.
They're going to get a deuce.
This spot will be a lot quicker than the last one.
Final stone looking for a couple here in the first.
Line's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
Keep going. Make sure.
Keep going, guys. Keep going. Good brushing.
And brush it they do for the 2.
Nice, Jen.
Remember this, you'll never see it again likely. Rachel Homan after the first end,
Nice pair, Jen.
13%. Final night of round robin play. So remember now, on the women's side, Val Sweeting's already at 3-3. One of these teams, Anderson or Carey, will join her. There's a tiebreaker. Jacobs wins over Epping. No tiebreakers on the men's side, but he'll fall back to 3-3. Epping will go to 3-3. Cooey is out. McEwen wins. He'll be 3-3. And if Fleury wins, she will go to 3-3. So that's why the scenario is We could have 3 women's teams at 3-3. We could have 4 men's teams at 3-3 by the time the night is over. Jennifer Jones opens with a couple in that first. It means that Rachel Homan has the last rock, playing the Redstones here in 2. So center line guard goes up, corner from Homan. Now around comes Dawn McEwen. Kathy, you watched Rachel Homan this morning, and you say this is just basically a continuation.
Yeah, it was not a very crisp performance by the team. And at the 5th end break, when Brian talked to her, she talked about feeling that they got caught with some stones that were not matched. And we always look at who's on the bench, and they chose to bring their sports psychologist, which is fantastic, except that having someone like a Jules Ochar or someone like Dan Carey who knows the building, you know, that may be giving them an edge that they don't right now have, but they look very unsettled, and they looked very unsettled earlier today too.
Well, she had a long chat with this gentleman, Adam Kingsbury, who's in clinical psychology at the University of Ottawa. He works with Curling Canada, he works with Golf Canada, but you can't go to him and say, what do you think here? He's never going to give you that pointer, correct, Russ, Cheryl, on your delivery. He's not going to be able to help you with strategy. And you think back to those days with Earl Morris, of course, that may have been the greatest help she ever had.
Oh, no kidding. That's a great point by Kathy and you, Vic. It's a tie between great points, but it's.
I said mine first.
Oh, okay, true. But Earl is just did wonders for this fabulous curling team. Worked with her for so many years, and all due respect to the psychology people out there, which is huge. You have to have that. But what Earl brought to that team is exactly what Kathy's trying to explain. It's you know, how do you play to your opponent? When do you jump? When do you play it clean? When do you train? There's so many things that a high-level curler would know how to coach a high-level curler.
Right.
And yeah, there's a point there for sure.
Straight peeling.
If you can't figure the rocks out at this level, you know, you're playing Jennifer Jones, for instance. If you mismatch rocks, it's going to be a long evening.
And I think you start to play them with release and guessing. Adam's focus for this team is more on on their routines and on their concentration. Nothing to do with stones or strategy.
Sure. You know, they had Rachel had Marcel last year, Marcel Rock, who was one of the very best, that team at matching stones. And there's a lot to it at this level, isn't it? It's you're not just playing Wednesday night at the club. You're trying to beat some of the best teams in the face of the earth.
Well, you look at Jules Ochar, one of the best,
there you
and
go.
that's what he does for Gushue. Nichols.
That's less. Oh, I thought it was more. Mine's the same. Left because it dropped in a bit. Bit more line. More line. Line's good. Gonna over curl, I think. Whoa. Keep going hard. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Good. Good job.
So lots to keep track of tonight. As we say, one of these teams will be in a tiebreaker. The winner moves on. And let's start it off with Carrie Anerson with last rock.
Well, she has an opportunity for 2, was lying 3 after her first, but Chelsea Carey made a good double, but left her shooter in the open.
So the reigning Canadian women's champion will fall behind early 2-0 to Carrie Anerson.
Very nice.
Well, Brad Jacobs knows one thing for sure. Win, and he's in no tiebreakers. John Epping trying to bring him back, and final stone Epping first.
Well, a great chance for John Epping here. On his first one, was not able to roll it, and so Brad hit and stuck, and that's why he faces 2. There's your force.
For the early lead.
Tricky little spot here for Caitlin. It has to be a little slower. You're dealing with the center line, and that's kind of a negative port. It's tricky to get through there.
Officer McEwen trying to find the door here, trying to Get it by one. Get it by another one. No. And the rub, the roll, and
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
now if this will just spin back a little bit, it'll be dead buried.
Back 8, back 12.
Her weight was perfect. It just came off that line hard.
I want to get rid of that rock. I don't like it.
What?
I'm going to get rid of that rock.
Yeah, that's fine.
So somebody down the line is going to get a stone she's not happy with.
Catch it a little bit. Can I have my 7? I think the 3 was the one they thought was
That's back 8.
They'll give that to Jill. Jill will move it around and use it on hits if she can.
Piece of that stone still
Yes!
exposed. Emma Miscue.
Hard! Hard! Yep, gotta go fight the line. Come on. Hard, guys, go! Gotta go. You got
Weagle.
it. Hard!
Courtney.
Hard! Push! Hard!
Pushing
You
again.
got it.
Here comes that
Hard!
center guard. Got it
We're
by.
not rolling anywhere.
And we'll sit there and sit 2. But without,
Difference in weight or
Last-
release?
or they do have, pardon me, Homan's team sitting 2 with last row. A blank between Cooey and McEwen. McEwen needs to win and needs Epping to win and bring him Brad Jacobs back. And Fleury knows that with a win, she's in to a tiebreaker, goes to 3-3.
Nice soft weight from Emma. That's the type of shot they're getting so much better at.
Solid!
Got some options on this. You could catch it really thin or thick and get the roll.
Okay.
She'll roll all the way. Out the side.
Had to be able to brush that to your point, make the double.
Yeah, I'm surprised she didn't, knowing it was running, try and catch it thin.
Real opportunity here for big score here.
How big was that?
10.
Caitlin off to a slow start. Just 42% through the first 2.
Line's good. 4.
We're not heavy.
Go ahead, Des.
Gotta go.
Line's great. Got 4. Take a
Weagle
lot,
and
take a lot.
Courtney
4. Okay, go ahead.
think that
Yeah,
this
gotta
needs a
go.
bit of a pounding,
Gotta go.
and pound it they do.
Come on, Joe.
Get it in.
Come on, Joe.
Take it up, Ken.
Boy, I tell you what, that's a terrific front end right there. They knew right out of her hand.
Yeah, I just heard it nick it. I don't know. Adam, do you have time on that? 9. Solid bounce.
How good is this,
Get it in.
Cheryl, to have a front end that can judge this well? And
Finish. Yep.
Oh, they're both, and you know, Lisa kind of looks up a little bit more. Joanne will just head down because she's closest to the stone. They've worked so hard on this part of their game. I think this was one of the teams that was frustrated last year with the material and everything, and I think really enjoying it back to just the sweeping for light or tight.
well, they, as you mentioned, they didn't play as much. 4 events. They've practiced more, getting together a couple of times at the Glencoe in Calgary and elsewhere across the country, just to practice. Because when you're on the road so much, you don't practice.
No, it's
You just play.
a hard part.
Whoa! Yes! Whoa! No!
Jennifer Jones first. And we'll roll it over and spin back. Not quite, but it's under cover, sitting for second shot.
No, we rolled it so far.
They decided to roll it so it wouldn't stay in that window in the hole, but it rolled it far enough that it's not shot rock.
Oh.
Doesn't get any better than this for skip Rachel Homan. Sink another one here, a chance for 3.
So teams, when you talk about practice and timing, teams used to say that they'd like a weekend in between events because you develop tendencies at certain arenas. So maybe you need to be a little soft at that arena, but then you need a weekend to go back, clean everything up, and get back to your normal release.
Yes.
Because you do every venue you go to, you kind of develop a tendency for the venue.
Just like the golf industry, isn't it? You play in a windy course, you go over to the British Open and you play in the wind, you're playing these knockdown low shots, and it changes your timing, your swing, your balance, everything.
Get back to the driving range and get it all straightened out again before the next event.
Not much ascension.
Line's good. You got room. Mine's really good. Right? Four. Okay, gotta be there. Right there. Fully. Great. Got round.
They're at it again.
Great. 5.
Weagle.
Lisa.
Courtney. Lisa will take the lead stone now. Courtney out in front. Gotta go again. Coming through again.
Gotta go.
Piskew up again. Here we go. Drag it down. Curl it around and sit 2.
That's just perfect.
Sorry. What'd you get there? Yeah. I think so.
Probably her ice is close, eh?
Yeah.
Mine won't curl as much as her, or curl a little bit more.
Yeah, I like that. Still almost.
Now, just a shade lighter would have helped. Now Jennifer can glue on here and at least be second. But there's been 2 rocks down this path. So the worry now is it's getting a little bit quicker, and you throw it a hair heavier here, and that rock could end up bouncing off and doing something like this. That's all you have to do is getting that 2 feet faster because of all that brushing from the Homan team. Team Jones, the front end, have to be extremely patient on brushing this.
Cooey and McEwen, and it is Kevin Cooey that is sitting the one on top 4 center line. Angle raised to bring some others into play.
Trying to slash that guard in sideways to pick the stone in the 8-foot onto the yellow. Boy, he almost touched the yellow to give one, but took one instead.
Cooey out of the mix. Surprisingly, the reigning Canadian world champion. That'll be good enough to sit for second shot.
Boy, one more lick of the broom, it was shot rock buried.
Okay.
Wonderful judgment.
Well, and being the veteran she is, Jen took a little bit more ice for herself because she knows they just lost it at the very end.
Great throw. You hate to criticize the brushing, but it could have been made, I guess. But that nice spot just the same. Turns a 3 into a 2 at least.
Yeah, well, like to your point, last thing you could do, and the brushers know it, is to bounce off of that.
A little more curl to the middle, hey, Reach? Pardon? A little more curl. Same weight? I think you can afford to throw a hair more.
Really? Slow down? This is close to my jawline.
I know, but I followed Dawn's. Like, and she threw the 14s, so I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever you think, Rach, we'll get it there.
She threw a,
Okay.
Got to be careful of that. She's
Whatever you think, Rach. T-line.
Joanne's saying I followed Dawn's rock, and she was just a 14. Well, that's Dawn's rock. Might not be Rachel's rock.
Right.
Rachel has more rotation. It could be a quicker stone. Dawn could be using slow ones. Who knows? You'll be a little bit careful with that.
Chalking path and ice is one thing. Stones is another.
It adds another variable there that they're guessing at in this case.
Yeah, line, yeah, line. Straight line, gotta go. Gotta go.
Now, we've heard that a lot. Gotta go. And they are.
Are we still by or no?
No.
Hey.
And for just the single.
It was close.
Was a seed of doubt planted. She gets just one.
Wait, it was close, Rach.
Final night of round robin play. Here it's very simple. Brad Jacobs. Win, he's in. No tiebreaker. All yellow around the 4, but there is a way in for Jacobs.
Well, he does need to get right to the lid, and some of the struggles for Ryan Fry continuing tonight. Was not able to clear on his first, and so on the final stone, John Epping tapped a stone back, and he does lie too. Needs to get to the lid now.
Here they go, the Brush Brothers. Oh, that little touch now. Can they still get it there? Big carry. Get it up there. Little more. Oh, and enough. Despite the rub, get it there for the single, and they're tied at 1. So, men's side, Gushue brothers are in. Jacobs win. He is to lose. Epping goes to 3-3 to join Laycock, and McEwen, if he can beat Cooey, he's at 3-3. While on the women's side, Jones, Homan in, Sweeting's at 3-3. There we could have 3 teams, 4 teams at 3 teams at 3-3. So it's going to be a very, very busy night. So Rachel Homan missing opportunities. settles for the single.
Okay.
And there's a second stone that goes deep
Better
again
out
from
there.
Lisa Weigel.
Nice.
Get caught on the paths a little bit, Cheryl. And going out a little wider, you can't blame Lisa to be a little bit deeper, thinking it's. You can visibly see the white frost as you wheel out wide. It's obviously ice makers will tell you the frost is not a problem, and it isn't. But you can see it, and I think sometimes your eyes fool you a little bit.
That's not really any good, so. We can
Well,
rub
everybody's
off our
getting
own.
caught here.
Great. Okay.
You just don't see this from the likes of Lisa Weigel or
No.
Don McEwen.
So true.
That's too little. We have to go to the back now. You want to go right back to it, Reach?
So what I've been so impressed with
As long as you have
Gushu's
the
team
line.
with the front end, because they just keep
Give it to you
talking and
guys.
talking about pass, and I think
so
out
too.
here, that's the key.
Okay,
Yes.
straight out to her.
It is a curious thing, however, because I bet you if you talk to every one of these teams out here, what did you work on? What do you need to work on? Communication. And yet there are times when that lack of communication bites them.
It is. I think people get, they're not sure, so they get quiet, or if you're not playing well, then you get quiet. And I think you do have to keep the chat up. I mean, not excessively, but you do have to pass on the information that you see. Worst thing is to think something, not say anything, and you could have helped a player make a shot.
You got her.
It's a scoreboard call here.
Clean, just clean.
Nobody's making the finesse shot, so let's not complicate it.
Good job.
So, hey.
Yeah, I like it. One area. Two.
Chelsea Carey
Give it to you
with a
guys.
single
Keep my
in the
release.
second. And back-to-back blanks. Tracy Fleury, Kelsey Rock.
Good. 2, 3. Just 2. Mine's good. You got tons of room.
For someone like Jennifer Jones,
3.
Cheryl,
Can't be in. Not in. Whoa.
saying let's open things up, let's
Whoa,
not
it's
get
overcurling.
complicated. That's being a good manager. That's reading the game and saying that your players are maybe a little off. We'll just keep it simple.
Yeah, I think, and the scoreboard, she's looking at the score and saying, you know what, there's no point in us getting into it. All we've got to do here is make sure we score based on the score, and you go up 3-1. You might get an opportunity late in the end to freeze and get a deuce late, but there's no point in taking any risks. Give up a steal, it's the last thing you want to do, and they've been very good this week about not giving up a lot of steals.
I think being a skip all those years, I think there's that inner gut feeling that you pick up on that's not, it's not in that strategy book.
No.
And I think that's exactly what you're saying, the right thing. We're just not feeling it right now. So why worry about it? I'm up 1, I've got the hammer. Why complicate life?
No, you want it closer. Yeah, I'll aim for a 1, 2.
But eventually you're going to have to test your players. Your players are going to have to come around at some point.
They are. It's and such a timing thing to know. And sometimes that's even just talking to your players at the break between the ends and saying, how are you guys feeling? Are you ready to go? That's something a lot of teams will do. Are you guys feeling it now? Yep. Okay, we're ready.
2.
Try and get everybody on the same page.
Should be 2.5. Keep it moving, guys. Hard. Yep, keep going. Gotta
That
go.
one's slowed
Gotta
down
go.
a lot.
I see.
You mentioned it the other day, Russ, when we were talking about, sometimes for the junior teams throw out the strategy book at times. It's, again, the shot you think you can make as opposed to the shot that's in the textbook that says you should call. And so many teams just go by the book, especially when you're starting out.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the old, well, I should do this, I guess. Well, no.
No, what do
you
you
should
think?
make the darn thing.
That takes missing it for a few times.
Yes,
to
oh yeah,
go.
that's 50 years of missing.
Oh, that's later. That's not much more. No. 1. 1.5. Hard then. Line
The rotation this team throws, it's amazing.
3, guys.
If you can handle that, and that's just practice, it's so wonderful. The rock will glide that little bit farther. It's easy to judge.
Yep, keep going, drag it.
Well, I tell you, that first indication from the front end was
more extension.
just
Yeah,
1
a little
over
wider
the
line.
hog line. Look where it ended up in a 3.
Interesting. Caitlin's changed rocks.
Clean it. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Sorry.
Like dead silence. Like you look scared. Well, it just looked like it was a little far on that side of the line.
She's a player that, you know, she's not very big and she can throw a lot of weight with technique and fitness.
Thought it was higher. Yeah. It's gonna come around, and I don't know, it was over to kind of guarding the red.
Yeah.
I can't tap on it.
Okay. It might not, though.
Yeah, it's just a blank.
If I nose it, she's got to make the double.
Yeah, but they'll be
a
like
2-foot
right beside
double.
each other. This probably isn't a bad option if you like it, but
It's pretty hard for me to stick around and not clip our own. Like,
Okay.
I'm not going to throw it.
we also could.
Can try and touch it and almost release our back.
Yeah,
Then for sure
as
it'll
long
go.
as we keep the angle slightly high, it's pretty good. We just don't want to over like this.
Yeah, it's hard to make these things curl, I think.
Okay. Speed's good here.
She threw 14 and a half
Just
last
trying to
time.
release their back 12-foot red one.
So that the yellow's
Slightly
available,
high.
I think so.
Okay.
Be careful though.
If we can touch it
Okay.
to the back.
You overcurl
Gotta
this and
stay
cue it
high.
up on a
Okay.
thin angle. It'll
Nice
be a
out of
red
this
double.
track range.
You're in that nice line, eh?
Like my last draw.
Yeah.
Got to be back to it. Yeah. Easy though on the line here. It really
Okay.
holds and takes a long time to walk over. Okay.
Line's nice.
Waist close.
Back
Make sure it's there.
Little light.
Whoa, whoa. Wait's good. 9. Oh, we're 10. Stay with it. We're there. Stay with it.
It's coming down to hair. Yep. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go, Lise.
Hard, guys.
Gotta go, Lise. Got it there. Hard. Come on.
Just touch it back a little bit.
It's pretty good, right?
And she's right up
Wait, right?
on the nose.
Just look like
Sorry. Just haven't seen it.
It caught them. It came down pretty good at the end, but still worked out.
Went a hair earlier, eh?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. I think it drags right into the side one.
Yeah. Yeah.
if anything, center line side. Might kick it a little bit. Yeah. Just, do you like 10 and a half?
Yep.
I think
Got
we
it.
should run.
I agree.
Just try and get to the nose and stay frozen on it.
Yes.
Right
Or
on the nose.
a hair on the inside, you might be able to spill it a bit, but dead on would be perfect, wouldn't it?
It would.
I think they should run. You guys?
I agree, yeah.
The draws aren't really busting. So.
No.
Keep a berm down here. It's fresh.
Okay, we're done.
That's 10.
10.
Definitely a 10.
Close.
Yeah.
Whoa.
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 Whoa. Off.
Definitely
Right
a 10.
off. Oh. No.
On its own. And they'll jam it back, stuff it into that pocket, leave the shooter corner
I
frozen.
don't think so. Quite.
So close.
So close, eh?
And then she's got to make a double.
Might roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Like nose?
Yeah.
Okay. How much weight?
Do we need weight?
The back yellow, right
to get this
hand
out, eh?
back one goes.
Yeah, it's on half of it. Like you don't have to.
2-1.
But I just, sorry.
Reigning Manitoba champion, Carrie Anderson.
Floating here.
Now, Carrie
Leading.
faced, I'm sorry,
That's
Victor.
okay, go ahead.
Carrie faced 3 on her first one, made a double, but rolled out. And so Chelsea Carey drew into live 2, and that's what she faces.
And good enough or roll too far?
I think she rolled too far.
1 yellow.
Wait, yeah.
So Chelsea Carey, the reigning Canadian champion, evens it up.
Okay.
And definitely get rid of the two right-hand yellow. And then I think you spring one red in front of the left-hand yellow.
Or the red might just stay on the other. Like it might, I don't think that frozen red's going to go to the center line too much.
Not much.
Mind you, if she throws it as hard as she can, I guess I could.
Final stone for Homan.
Really got to go hard.
Pass rock
Hard
to Jen
stay.
Jones. And oh boy.
There's a report there.
Really over curled on her.
That was a long way away from where she wanted to hit that, Cheryl.
Yeah, it was.
Rolled the whole way.
Yeah.
Is that
Her
makeable?
board weight didn't move at all.
No.
I mean, they're pretty close together.
The other option is just simply throw a really soft weight and just kick this red one back into here.
Yeah, you can get your 2.
Keeping your thrown rock over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Side, so.
I think that's probably what you're playing for. You might get lucky and get it through the hole, but 2's great.
You throw the in-turn, it just doesn't seem like an in-turn
No,
shot to
I
me.
like the out. I mean, even if you go through the hole and roll out, Jen, right? Like,
Well, the hole is hard to.
okay.
Looks easier than it is.
There you
Hey,
go.
Jen, let's make this.
What kind of weight are you throwing now?
There,
Half, I'm
that's
thinking.
your
Okay,
eyes
let's make
again,
it.
Russ.
You got it. You think that's max?
You
I think it's close.
gotta-
Thinking of what happened that way. Okay.
pieces
Looks
at once.
easier than it is.
Oh, for sure. Cheryl, if you take on the hole and you tick the top one, they steal one.
Right.
Because it redirects and you roll out. Wouldn't it be tempting just to throw like a back line? Just tick it and stay. Get your 2.
I don't.
Is that what they're trying?
I think like a board, maybe.
At most.
Yeah. Make sure you get your deuce.
Solid hack.
So final stone right now.
Solid hack.
Shot rock belongs to
Definitely
Rachel
solid
Homan.
hack.
Can this be for 3? Quiet tap. Officer McEwen quietly through the hole.
All right, Caitlin, go, 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 go,
Roll. Oh, and sit down. And she's still going to get her deuce.
Oh, man, that was close to the port.
Did it jump?
We lifted our brooms.
Sorry.
Rachel Homan and her first, trailing by 1 as we play here in 4. Late lick now. 1, 2, 3, touch them all, and oh, she got it going. Here in 8. Final stone.
No.
No, nothing. What she got? Move it far enough. She's got 2.
No back. Really close.
Take it in, ladies. Take it in. Take it down for the win. And a first Canada Cup for Rachel Homan. And a spot in the Canadian curling trials in 2 years. Rachel Homan saying she's never been so happy to win a tournament in her life. She got that first ticket to next year's trials. And so first place, 14,000. Second, 9,500 to the third place. You also win round robin. You'll pick up a couple of grand. Also, you get a trip to go to Las Vegas next month. And then, of course, those points. They're also valuable. Now, if it should be Homan or Jones that do win the Women's Canada Cup this year, no third place, or they use points to determine it at the end of the season. So if you've already got that spot, as they do, they will not go to the runner-up per se, you know, like the beauty contest. You can't go down you're unable to fulfill your duties. Would you wear the sash and go to Ottawa? No, you can't do that.
It goes to next on the CTRS.
That's right. Exactly. That's right. So here's your crown. You get to go to Ottawa.
Can I get back out?
Jennifer Jones picks up the deuce in 3, and so here we are in the 4th now. 4-1 Jones leading. Remember, now the winner of this goes right through to Sunday's final.
Yeah, I thought speed was good on it. I just had it
The
finished.
loser will play in the semi. It is Rachel Homan that does have last rock playing the Redstones here in 4. Jill Officer.
That's a tough end for Homan because that deuce kind of came out of nowhere.
Didn't it?
Rachel's first one, she made that freeze. And they still weren't in trouble on Rachel's first.
The first deuce came out of nowhere too, didn't it? Yeah, with Rachel.
Looks
Jones
like
hadn't
now,
done a thing.
hard.
Rachel comes up light. Jennifer loops around and got her 2. So it's not like Homan's team is being out curled that badly, but they're down a lot of points here.
Keep going. Okay. Good brushing. Maybe I should have told her. I don't know. Nice to move it a little, yeah.
Well, this is the one that everyone's watching if you're on the men's side of things, Kathy. Brad Jacobs with a win ends any chance for a tie break. Epping needs to bring him back. 1-1 tie.
Well, on his final stone, he is facing 3, trying to get that in off from the outside to the shot stone that is completely buried.
And that wall maybe not quite far enough. And so Jacobs will pick up the steal of 1. You know that Mike McEwen is scoreboard watching as well.
Little 8. 9. Room. Weight's good. Whoa. 9. 10. 9. Go, Em.
Talk it about all the time. It's okay to miss, but you'd love to be a little smarter at it. Huge pocket here now.
She said room, I think. I don't know.
It's a little early in the end, but it certainly looks like it's going to shrink that scoring area quite a bit for Rachel to try to get her 2. Jones will be quite happy with that.
You got to be back to it. Line's good.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Jill Officer.
T-line's good.
Oh, we're to it.
We're right to it, Jen. T-line. We're there. We're to it. We're to it.
And right down and to it.
Good job.
Still room, though, to get there to the button and cover it.
How much can you see of that? The yellow? Yeah, all of it. I've got air on both sides. You throw a peel and try and kick it out. Okay, I've got about an inch of air. Seems to be moving with the draws. Okay. Seems to be moving with the draws.
Very few skips would even see this shot, but if they throw a rocket through the port, this one's gone, and you can kick that over. If you could ever get that yellow one, you don't have to get it out, but if you could ever get it out in the open, it would be a good situation too. They changed their mind.
You can bump it a hair.
I think probably the score really makes this call the right one.
If you go hard with the peel and you wreck on something, you get nothing.
And you've got some backing.
Joanne Courtney.
Line's good.
Weagle on the left, Miscue on the right.
Room. No, then. Line's good. 7. Make sure we're here. Yep. We're there, eh? Yeah. Line will be good. Yep. We're there. Just line. Clean him. Just line. Sweet, Joe. Okay.
We'll sit on the lid.
Good job, please. Right the button. Top button. It's all line, guys. Right.
Tied at 2. Kerry with that steal. McEwen got the deuce to take the lead.
Lots of line.
And the first point scored by Kelsey Rock to take the lead on Tracy Fleury.
Back 8. Back 8, Jen. Back 8.
Boy, this has got to move and move in a hurry.
It does. It's going now, though.
I don't know what to do, to be honest. It's kind of bad.
And it'll push it back. Pinhole is available.
That's not good. You could be top 4 foot. You could be even probably top 8, and it's a usable stone, but there it just helps Homan.
We talked about 66% for Caitlin on draw weight this week.
Want to be buried.
She's going to clean that up a little bit.
Overall, her game tonight is 61%.
Yep.
It's interesting, the two players that are struggling the most are Laws and Rachel Homan, who's just at 50%.
Wow. Caitlin changed stones, and I heard Rachel say she didn't like one of hers. So it could be a lot of it.
I felt like I threw kind of draw weight for over here. Okay.
The way it's going, they're going to go next. They're going on the sheet next door and say, "Can I borrow yours?"
Can we trade?
Whoa! Okay, weight's close. No. Little light, if anything, Reach. Okay, go ahead, then. Gotta be here. Gotta be here. Heavy's okay.
What's your release?
Heavy's okay.
Let it go, come on. 4.
Gotta go, Emery. Go. Got it.
Weagle. Courtney.
Finish it hard. Gotta go.
Boy, and they'll come up a little light, leaving it top edge of the 8. Interesting, Weagle was saying that one of the things they worked on this summer and early in the season was on their brushing, their brushing fitness. Thinking that last year with those monster brooms that everyone was using, that the brooms were doing not all the work, but certainly making it a little easier.
No question.
And that they had to get their fitness back because this year, with the mandatory rule and the mandatory brush heads all being equal, they'd have to bring their fitness level back.
Well, that's what frustrated some of the top sweepers like Ben or Joanne or Lisa, just that it was an equalizer, the material, and so now their advantage is their fitness, and they work at it. Jacob's team, same thing.
That would have been better than back to it. Yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
Line, we got to get through that hole.
Yeah.
Well, but coming up light, Russ, obviously it blocks that path. They've got to come through the hole.
Yeah, and this is the tougher of the two come-arounds. Caitlin would love to have had the same shot that Emma had, but if you ever make this, it's going to be a tricky spot here. I think it's a shade slower here, and then Caitlin can't throw it too hard without hitting that corner guard. It's got to be perfect.
Officer Hewen called off, waiting for it to break. Looking for that hole. They got it. What a great shot so far. What a wonderful shot.
That's unbelievable.
Throw out the numbers when you make them like that.
What a good recovery from her first one. That's what you want to see. No back-to-back misses. Just bears down and figures out the path.
Caitlin Laws is one of those players that's comfortable with the uncomfortable. Like you know yourself that it's one thing to be under pressure and you feel like you're not curling well. That's one thing. But if you feel like you're letting your team down, if you're struggling in a game and you feel it's you, that puts pressure on you.
Right.
And she's really struggled. That was a great shot. Get that one out.
Miscue. Just pitching this one. Run it back. What she got? Well, she'll get them all rattled around. Shot stone still belongs to Jones. Back of the button.
Great throw. It didn't really get much out of it.
It's the same shot for Jen. She can just follow what Caitlin down.
So total the line stop, guys. I'd like to be frozen, but we got to get through that port.
Yeah.
Mike McEwen picked up a couple in the third to take the lead on Kevin Cooey, who's had a disappointing round robin. Maybe the edge is off. He already has his spot, Kathy, at the trials, and he's has a chance, it looks like, for couple.
Well, he's got a chance for 3 because of either a pick or something happened to Mike McEwen's last one. It jumped, and his well light is a corner guard. It was supposed to be in the house. And so for Kevin, if he can get to one of his own stones and promote it against Mike's, it is for 3.
Yeah, the little quiet tap. Back 8 here for 3.
That's that yellow guard up front. That was the attempted in shot for McEwen.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
Tap it, move it. There you'll get your 3. Jen Jones first.
Ooh, that's really wide. Wider than Caitlin's.
Called off, oh!
Hard!
No.
And to the pin.
At the hog line, it was going to nose the guard.
I love the sweepers too. Jen was hollering at the top of the house to sweep, and they just stuck with their guns, knowing nope.
Oh, man. That's so huge. You miss that, Cheryl. It ticks off the guard. Rachel freezes one there. It probably sits two, and Jennifer can do nothing about it. Now, what does Rachel do?
Yeah, can't hit it early.
Can't get anything out of here, eh?
Well, if we move this and this moves over, at least we have a way, like we'll have a run back.
Now all you're trying to do is figure out a way to score.
Can I try and pick this like this?
It stays right there, but yeah.
Get the 8 and the 3 gone? And then it's a lonely rock? This double run doesn't do anything other than open it up, but they're just going to guard, and I don't have a run.
In a 2-2 tie.
Okay, can I see this 4?
Carrie Anderson looks like she has a chance for 2.
She does indeed. That red stone that you see at the top of the 12-foot, Amy was trying to go by a guard, just rubbed it, but the guard was the red stone that promoted into the house, and that has carried through to this opportunity for the nose hit for 2.
Just remind everyone, Val Sweeting is sitting at 3-3. She's done. The winner of this one will go to 3-3, and that would be 1 tiebreaker. There is the opportunity and a chance with a win by Tracy Fleury over Kelsey Rock that there could be 2. She takes the lead 4-2.
Cheryl, could you throw a rocket? Because that's certainly the forte. Come across. This one goes right there. That back one will go out. That one will kick out that way. Your shooter would actually go this way, maybe kill that one, and there'd be 3 red in there. And obviously, the Jennifer Jones yellow isn't going anywhere, but it'd be a lot of red in there.
And the backing gone.
Right. I think she could hammer them and get 3 yellows. I really do. It's a tough shot. Soft weight tap to loosen them up a little bit.
Yeah,
works
like we've
too.
seen the hacks come out.
With hack weight?
Just
well, we can
so
throw
that
back line.
she's got a couple of her own stones up front to run in if she could get rid of the backing.
Right.
We just want to make sure that this one's gone and that one's moved off. Then at least will be second shot.
Okay. Try to, where's your shooter going?
We want to sit at like half on rock high.
Okay. Up to speed in this path.
11. 11.
Yep. Okay, reach.
And we mentioned the game between Rock and Fleury. Tracy Fleury has picked up 2 in the 4th to take the lead there. So a win by her, and then a win by either Anderson or Carey, and we'd have 3 teams at 3-3 on the women's side.
Yeah. Come back here. Just the line. Here, reach.
Quick here, eh?
Yep. It's up to speed.
Trying to get as close to the nose as they can, and like you said, loosen those up a little bit and try to have room. It's going to take 2 tries to become shot rock. You've only got 2 left.
11. Okay, clean it. Weight's good. Just 11. 10. 10. Hard. Hard. Gotta go.
Rachel Homan, her first. Weagle. Courtney coming through. Got to get by 1 more. And just rattle them around a little bit. Shot rock still is the one on the lid. Belongs to Jen Jones.
Yeah. How much of this one? Dawn, how much can you see the red?
The only way, isn't it? Either that or the corner guard.
Nice throw.
Should have called it a hair earlier.
Quarter of the half, a third. A third. One. A third. A good quarter.
I don't even know because that's going to hit the highest.
This one's going onto there. It would be for 2 if she gets that 4 to stay.
But can she throw weight at hers?
Yeah.
So I think we guard that.
I would say it's just
Do you think so? Do you think she can
Well, I
get
guess
that
she would lose
spinning
her
enough?
her shooter and this one.
Yeah, I think that one's only for 1.
Not sure, Cheryl. I know Rachel can throw it as hard as anybody, but can you really jam that yellow
that way? I think this is her
out
shot.
that way?
Yeah, I don't see it.
I don't either.
I can go here. I just don't want to give her something to run
Make
in.
it easier, yeah. Okay, so with that one, she's coming into here. Still feel like that would lose. Maybe that one she could nut. Then that one should still nut on there.
Yeah.
I don't know what she has.
Let's not waste a lot of time here. What do you think? Guard
I
that
think
corner?
guard the hole or the corner. I think this is her. Actually,
I know.
playing this is risky for her.
But you know, like,
She could give it 2.
no,
Is it really thin? No, I guess not. Okay, I like guarding the corner then.
should slide good here, I think.
Yeah.
Which one do you like guarding? The corner, this one, or the just straight pick? Like ramming. On hers, I think it's only for one. Okay.
Like on this side?
Yeah, the
I
one.
don't
yeah,
think they can get much with running in the corner.
No, not a chance. Well, maybe a score of 1.
I actually would guard the hole.
I agree.
Okay. Okay. Right.
Because that's the easiest way to get your 1,
So are we
if
guarding
you can move that yellow back far enough, and I'm not
Right.
sure you can. Jennifer might not have to throw and get a steal out of this.
Let's go.
When you tap that red back, how far is the yellow going? I think yellow's still going to be shot by a fraction.
Longer the better.
Clean. Rim. That's clean. Over and off. If you're over, well. Over and up. Over and up. Whoa.
Yeah, we're over, yeah.
Good, Jen.
Good. That's a job, yeah.
Well, that's locked in there. Question is, how do you get it out? Brad Jacobs sitting one just, I guess, to the side of the button.
Yes.
John Epping's last.
Well, and you don't get it out. For John Epping, it is a similar shot to his first. He tried to corner freeze, and it wound up beside the Jacobs stone. So Brad came down and made the absolutely perfect freeze. No way to remove it, but there is a piece of the white showing that if John Epping is precise, he can get to that for his single.
This team from the Leaside Curling Club in Toronto, Matt Cam calling line, Pat Jansen, Tim March, and won't get there. So it's a steal of 1, Jacobs 3-1. Jacobs win. He's into the playoffs, no tiebreakers.
Throwing it away.
Yeah, there's just nothing.
1 yellow it is, steal 1. Jennifer Jones looks like she's on to the final. She's been struggling. There's no denying that. 66%. As we say, we often throw out the numbers when you can make a shot like this. Caitlin Laws is our key shot from that end.
Well, that's what is so impressive. She missed her first draw, and then she comes down. She has to go in a brand new path. She has to make the shot. They're in so much trouble and nails it perfectly.
Great brushing as well. Officer McEwen, nice line call, but bang, right in there to grab it. Results in the steal of 1. The key shot is brought to you by Purex. It is Purex or nothing. So Jennifer Jones with the steal takes a 5-1 lead. Winner goes through to Sunday's final of this year's Canada Cup here in Brandon. Rachel Homan will once again have the last draw, playing the Redstones here in 5.
Nice shot, Don. About the same.
You talk about the great Sandra Schmerler team, the great Colleen Jones team, and you can argue who's the top team. There's a few of them, but I don't think I've ever seen a team like Jones that's so opportunistic. They just seem to, just when Homan looked like he had a decent end, it's like, oh, I'll do this through the port, and then Jennifer followed it. And
yeah,
it's curious you say this because earlier today I was talking to E.J. Harden, and okay, you're all so close as teams, and this applies to men and women at this elite level. You have to, he says, when you're given that opportunity, you better take advantage of it because you get so few.
Yep.
well said.
Big rotation. This will just jump when it hits. That gear effect.
Good. Nice, Jill.
$14.4, $13.9.
Okay. Okay. 11. Okay. Okay, up to speed in the middle here. Yeah. Right through, it'll curl.
Tons of time here, though. Pick 2 away here. Try to get a steal next end.
Joanne Courtney.
11 up. A little heavy. It's like hack.
Let it roll off.
Yeah, corn under my head.
Now, I'm a little
It's out.
confused. Was she not looking to roll over the other side? Was she looking to come across the stone and roll in or not?
Just coming up to the nose and then trying to split them and create
Oh, okay.
kind of a
All
wall.
right. But where was the yellow going to go? In behind their own, or was she going to take in behind that
Kind of
corner?
across the face. Nope, she was
Oh.
just going to stay kind of
Okay.
center line.
All right. It just didn't come up for her. Okay.
I think it was a little hot and weight.
Unforced error, though. You have to hang around there. Eh? You have to
Yeah.
just, you can't be deep.
And I'm surprised a little bit with the score that you wouldn't maybe use your corner.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe try that and then jiggle those stones
Yep.
around. Either way, you got to make it.
It's hard to know. Rachel said she didn't like one of her rocks. She might have given it to Joanne. Like they're certainly struggling on the speed just a little bit. Not a lot. Just enough.
No line. Is it through? Is it in?
Yeah, the poor seconds always get the stones that
Yeah.
nobody likes.
Never, never. No.
Sometimes I picked on the
Don't
poor
want to
lead.
touch it. Don't want to touch it at all. No, no.
Yeah, teams do it different. Some teams give it to the lead, some to the seconds.
What'd you do?
Depends. We give it to the
Second?
second. Yeah.
Okay.
Tracy Fleury playing for her life. Leads by 1 over Kelsey Rock. Final stone on the way.
After not a lot of rocks in play, a really good deuce last end by Tracy Fleury, but a chance for Kelsey Rock to get that back. Wide open hit for 2.
Yeah, second shot. That's the one over there in the 12-foot on the tee line. And there's your deuce. And so Kelsey Rock takes the lead to the break.
Sorry. 4 feet extra, you think?
That's good, but that's.
It looks like through. Okay.
What's that? Said they think that's good, but I didn't want to stick that shooter.
Room. Lots of room.
Less than mine.
Weight's close. Lots of room. 5. Just breeze it. 6. 7. Can't bounce. Whoa. You take it. Room. Lots of room at the end if you have to.
gotta go.
Only if you have to.
Gotta go.
Okay.
Just a 4.
Drag it then. Keep going. Line's really good. Keep it moving hard. Keep going. Keep going. Right up. Okay.
I heard Caitlin Law said that people liked my shot, but I didn't want to keep mine in there, and that's why. If Jennifer hits this red one to the right-hand side, it could jam on that very back one. So now she's going to have to punch it through the port here.
7, 8. You got it.
A force would be nice for Jones, but a blank would be a victory also, Cheryl. Bank one more end.
Yep. Lead. Whoa. Lead.
And we'll punch it right through the hole.
Okay.
So Jones continues to sit the 3.
Caitlin.
Last rock belongs to Rachel Homan.
I know her better. A little more. Got room. Close. Got room. There right now. Probably gonna have to go. No, I think it's there. We're there. Second time. Stay close once it curls. We're not even close. They're not even close. Go. Around. Yep. Go by it. Go by it.
And it'll snuggle up beside.
Great weight.
One of these teams will be in a tiebreaker. 4-2 Anderson leads, and sitting 1 and 2 for sure, facing Chelsea Carey.
Well, and Chelsea looked at the shot stone to see if they could see enough to play that double to score 2. There is nothing visible, so she's playing off the corner guard to the stone in the forefoot.
Whoa! 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 Never! No!
Amy Nixon calling line. Reigning Canadian champion.
Nice.
And she's, oh, have a look. Have a look. Have a look.
Great
Confirm.
stone.
One more time, Miss Cates.
One yellow.
She agrees. Very nice. Chelsea Carey picks up the single. 4-3. Anderson leading going to the break.
Up. Lead. Go up. Yeah, roll it away. Yep. Roll it over here. It's good. It's good. That's fine. Fine, Jen. That's nice.
Keeping some separation, not giving a little yellow wall there for Rachel to use. It's so hard with these stones, and the ability to throw it that hard to freeze on a single rock and get away with it.
This is there it goes. Yeah. It's fine. It's just that I guess I guard. She doesn't have anything to come off of.
Tap? No, I'm just welding it. Okay, sorry, weld it? Yeah. Okay, so this is tighter line than Amazon line, right? Yep. Okay, so.
Fresh. I've been throwing out a couple feet.
Yep. How much extension?
Different path than mine.
We're gonna have to
Go
go.
light. Mine's good.
Rachel Homan and her first continues to struggle. It's only at 57%.
Freeze it. Mine's good. Freeze it. Take a look. Take a look. Just Lisa. Whoa. Just Lisa.
And on the corner.
Pretty nice weight. Ice looks tough for the sweepers to judge.
It does, doesn't it?
They look like they're not sure if it's going to come down, and if it curls, then the weight comes off.
Yeah.
Great throw there. It's nice, nice speed control. Have to protect a bit here. You can't cross this rock, but dead on would be just perfect because Rachel either plays a come around against a bunch or has to hit and roll in. It's right dead on.
Yeah.
I don't know why Joe kept taking it.
I know.
Just a dust from Officer. Now some late licks, and they'll pick it off the face. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what's going to face Rachel Homan with her left. Well, John Epping picked up 1 in 5. Jacobs leads going to the break. Mike McEwen with a couple in 5. They're even. Halfway.
How much? Control. We got the ball inside. Okay. How are you?
Where you want to hit it?
Middle, yeah. This is good for us, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jones' team did their job. Force Homan, and then they get the hammer back.
Control. Whoa, up. Lean. No. Lean. Nice throw, Reed.
Right up to the nose. On the 4 for the single. Time to regroup before Rachel Homan down by 3.
The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Rachel Homan, Jennifer Jones. Homan struggling right out of the gate. Jones capitalizing, a couple of deuces, steal a one. So here we are at the break, and it's a 5-2 lead for Jennifer Jones, including her second Jill Officer, who's with Brian.
Jill, a great 5 for your team thus far. I want to go back to that first end. It seemed early on both teams were struggling. Through your eyes, after you got that 2 in the first, how did that end play out?
Yeah, I mean, it was nice that it was a bit of a struggle in the first end, so it was nice that we ended up getting a skip's deuce. I mean, Jen made 2 nice shots, and fortunately we got a bit of a miss from Rachel, so it was nice to get that deuce in the first end.
I did some research. I understand you lived in Brandon, used to be a reporter. What memories do you have of that job in this city?
Yeah, I have a lot of great memories. I was super excited to hear that the Canada Cup was coming here, and just looking forward to coming back here and seeing some old friends. Spent a lot of time here in the Keystone Centre covering lots of agriculture shows, and you probably smelled in the back of the building the cow sale that's going on tomorrow, I think. So, it brings back a lot of memories. I've seen a lot of great friends, so I'm just really happy to be back in town.
What would it mean to you and your team to win this Canada Cup?
Well, it's always just nice to play well and hope that you get the outcomes. It's about just going out and playing well and hoping that we're making some shots. And it would be great if we could win. And, but we would just really want to continue to get better.
My first job, weatherman, agriculture reporter. I feel your pain.
Yes, I know. I learned a lot about agriculture. I was a city girl, so I learned a lot about being from the country.
Well, good luck with curling.
Thank you.
As we check the numbers after 5-2 Jones leading. Caitlin Laws, who'd struggled, has brought her numbers up now. She's at 73%. Jennifer Jones at 78%. And you heard Jill refer to her struggles early. But really on the other side, it's Homan at 67%, Miscue 75%, Courtney 68%. The numbers after 5 are brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Purex Bathroom Tissue. Purex, 90 years of pure comfort. And by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
We are in Brandon, and when you are in Brandon, you are definitely in curling country with a great history. We go back to 1993, and the Brier was held at the old Wheat City Arena. Ernie Richardson won his 4th and final title. 1982, Northern Ontario's Al Hackner won the first of his 2 Brier championships. That was here at the Keystone Centre. To 1993 we go. Sandra Schmerler won her very first Scott Tournament of Hearts, beating Brandon's Maureen Bonner in the final. 1995, it was the World's. Kerry Burtnick, Winnipeg, claimed the men's side, while Sweden's Elisabeth Gustafsson won the second of her 4 world championships. 1997 curling trials, Sandra Schmerler beat Shannon Kleibrink to win on the ladies' side, while Mike Harris beat Kevin Martin for the trip to Nagano. And finally, in 2002, Colleen Jones won the 4th of her 6 Scotties titles right here in Brandon, beating Sherry Anderson of Saskatchewan. And we're here again. So glad to be back in Westman, in Brandon, Manitoba, and here at the Keystone Centre for this year's Home Hardware Canada Cup. As we welcome you back on this Friday night final round-robin draw, 5-2. Jennifer Jones leading over Rachel Homan. Both of them are into the playoffs. The winner, however, will get that pass right to Sunday's final. And here in 6, it is Jennifer Jones that does have the last rock. She has the hammer, playing the Yellowstones.
Gotta go. 4 foot. Go. Go, 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 go. Keep her going. Great spot, Dawn. Great spot. Very good.
Hey. Yeah. Good scrub.
Dawn made the tick and then the perfect come around.
If not,
Yeah, we kind of laughed when we looked at her. I think she was second last or last after day one in percentages. And again, percentages are very deceiving, but that wasn't going to last very long.
No, no. She played a great game this end. You know, it's just setting up those ends so well, too, and it puts pressure. You saw Homan's team have to deal with the Stones 2 ends ago where she's top button and then she's top 8-foot.
Watch Jeff Walker do it on the men's side for Mark Nichols. He's just been incredible. And it just puts you in such a great position end after end after end. Oh, that's not a good spot. Homan team struggling with draw weight for whatever reason.
Sorry. Okay.
Is it too easy to just say it's not their night?
Nope, not too easy. I think you're right.
I mean, you play the whole week. You're 4-1. You really haven't had a difficult time. It doesn't seem.
No.
So why should you have it tonight?
Yeah, for whatever reason, we can come up with some excuses. They were worrying about the rocks. The ice is a little bit patchy, but I think we have to give Team Jones a little bit of credit too. They've applied a lot of pressure when they had to. Jennifer buried one the first end, created an error, and a nice shot in the third end, created an error. The 2 great freezes in the fourth end that created the steal.
No.
You don't have to curl 100% if you can create some errors on your opponent's side.
Well, in this game, it puts Jones into the final, but it does give Homan still the semifinal chance. So
sure,
got another opportunity.
Oh yeah.
Probably for Homan's team, really, it's about walking off this game with some positives. What did you figure out?
Just one, easy.
What shots did you make?
Whoa. Yeah.
Jill officer.
Go. That's good. Heel. You can wait. I think it's good. It's just grabbing. Heel. Yep. Cam. You like here? Sure.
I don't think this will do a whole lot to the wing.
Okay, 9.5%.
I went, this way before, and
This will be interesting. I heard Caitlin's picked up on it. But we saw a couple of misses in the men's game this afternoon on this spot where it's a little straighter than it had been. Overcooked.
Yeah.
Well, the 2 gentlemen in behind. Mark Nichols
Almost
getting reacquainted with his former skip, Jeff Stoughton. In fact, they won the Canada Cup back in 2012 when Mark came west.
Normal. Yep. Whoa.
We've said before how invaluable that kind of experience for any player. I mean, we see so many, we've often said, gone to the Howard School of skipping, but somewhere you think, I mean, he may not consciously know it, Mark filling in for Brad Gushu, but subconsciously, maybe there's something about his experience with Stoughton that he's using now.
Well, no question, Cheryl. And I think, Jonathan Meade, Jeff Stoughton had, been there, done that, and great attitudes. And you would learn so much. Plus, when I played with Mark, if he had a weaker shot, it was that finesse shot. And of course, he played 2 years, I believe it was, with Jeff at Lead. So he played that constantly, practices all the big shots. So it just made him a more well-rounded thrower besides.
The other thing, too, is I'm wondering, Cheryl, and Russ, you would know it, too. Their temperaments, to my mind, Russ, would be similar.
With Jeff and with Mark, absolute, no question, and John, and just and of course you had Reedy there too, like just a wonderful temperament for that entire team.
Just to hear like probably 4 or 5.
And the other big thing that I've noticed too is that Brett Gallant is kind of, whenever Mark maybe has a strategy thing, an issue he wants to talk about, Brett kind of steps up, talks to him.
Who'd skip forever, didn't he?
Yeah.
No, it's a great combination. It really is.
Well, they work very well.
The winner of this one
I'll throw the out.
gets into a tiebreaker, and Carrie Anerson with the lead and has a chance to add a couple more.
Well, she does. Chelsea Carey hit and rolled, tried to get underneath that corner guard, partially buried, but most of it open. If she can hit what she can see and stick around, it is for 2.
The reigning Manitoba champion. And well done to get by that guard. There's the deuce. To extend the lead on the Canadian champion, Chelsea Carey.
It's either super sticky or slippery.
You have to hand it to Carey to come in here with this type of field and went over in the Bonspiel circuit. Really playing well.
Yeah, we can try and roll it if we want. Okay. How much reach? Normal. Okay. Normal. Turn there yet.
Tracy Fleury
Quick.
with the one in 6.
That's up, Caitlin.
I apologize. We're going to check that score.
Thanks. Actually, 5-6
We'll update the scores when we come back. 5-2 Jones. I'm sure there's someone who would like the 2017 Women of Curling calendar under the tree. Just a reminder, it benefits the Curling Canada Foundation. Proceeds of the sales will go to young curlers and curling centers right across the country. Go to womenofcurling.com to order your 2017 Women of Curling calendar. As we welcome you back, and let me clarify that Kelsey Rock and Tracy Fleury are indeed tied 3-3 as they play the 7th, and Rock does have the hammer there in 7th.
What's there right now? Oh, there.
I was wrong. So, first event, first mistake, first of many to come.
Did he say first mistake?
He did.
This year. We lost count last year.
Yeah. Put 30 seconds back.
Once again, Jen Jones will have last rock
Tough for ya.
here in 7, playing the Yellowstones. After that, blank in 6.
An even better tick from Dawn there, and by kicking it over out to almost the edge of the 8, which is very sufficient. But rolling the shooter in is kind of nice too.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
If you were going to make the tick and roll in, why not?
Kind of deja vu of last end.
Top 4. Doing.
It's top 4.
Whoa, guys, whoa.
It's on its own.
Whoa.
That went way further than I thought.
Okay.
And to the lid. You surprised you didn't play another one? Or is this a good call, Cheryl?
Yeah, this is kind of what they typically do. They'll play the tick on the first one.
Okay.
A little bit tougher on the second one, so she always comes around top 4, and Dawn always usually is never deep on this, so a little bit of an advantage now for Joanne to be able to come down to the face of it.
A lot of teams would have played that tick again, though, because it's all about just giving your skipper a chance here.
Seems Jen just doesn't on the second one.
Yeah, interesting, eh?
Yeah, last inch didn't either.
Never. Can't. Lisa. Yep. Just Lisa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We're there.
Oh.
Roll.
I think what sometimes happens with the second tick is you start to, if it doesn't work out perfectly, now you've got your draw pass all blocked up, and so you play the come around and you don't take away both your draw pass.
Wow. I'm surprised, Rusty, you were as successful as you were not knowing that.
That's right.
Hard!
There's your second mistake.
Yes, exactly. How did you ever win that gold? I can't believe it.
Yeah, split center, great. Make the adjustment here. Right through. Little light. 3, 2, 3.
Meet center line.
There.
Line's good.
I always look at it too when if you're a young skip and you're not quite sure what to do, and either call's right. Like Jennifer's obviously been successful the way she does it. Some teams have played 2 ticks, Cheryl. But if you're not sure what to do, pretend you're the other skip.
Killed it a little, I
What
guess,
does
on
Homan
release.
want you to do? And I think Homan would be pretty happy with that center guard being ignored.
That applies to a lot of sports. A lot of coaches say that. If you're thinking about something to do, think about what they'd want you to do and surprise them. Yeah.
No! Well,
You know, and maybe it's not always a pass play, but if they're expecting pass, let's run.
Yes.
Or if that guy's expecting to play into deep in the court, try to serve him up or drop one short on him.
Hey, Caitlin.
hey, I'm split center. Speed's nice here. Hey.
Jacobs gets 1 in 6 to lead Epping. Remember now, Brad Jacobs wins there. No tiebreakers on the men's side.
Stay on the light side.
And Kevin Cooey with a single to take the lead.
2.5.
5-4 over Mike McHugh.
Yep. Both of you go.
Wow.
Do you want Lisa in?
What? Whoa, not in.
Do you want Lisa in?
Oh, no, I don't. All right, guys, gotta get it there.
Drag it.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving hard.
Good sweep. We're just floating that first one out there. Sorry, no chance on line.
Yeah.
Here goes Joanne going down to try to get some information from the skip on her throws.
Caitlin Laws peels off the center guard. Chatting to some of the teams throughout the week. I don't know, the likes of a Reed Crothers, for example, or Steve Laycock. And what they want to do is get to a point where they're considered among the elite.
Good. 2.5.
And we were chatting about this.
Let it come back. 2.
Coming into this event,
2.5.
if
Maybe 3.
you would have said immediately, who are the favorites on that women's side? Right away, you'd say Rachel Homan, Jennifer Jones. They may not have even played 2 Bonspiels this year. They would have been your favorites.
Okay, you're good.
Men's side,
Good, Em.
Cooey, for one, Canadian champion, struggled, but just coming in prior to it. Jacobs, again. Why? Because they have a reputation of being good. There are teams here that want to be considered among the elite. And yet they are looking for that next step, whatever it takes to get them to that next level. And, you know, getting to the trials would maybe be that, winning a Brier, winning a Scotties. That's what you need to do. I was referring to tennis, for example. It's Murray, Djokovic, Federer. Milos Raonic is trying to join them so that whenever he's in a tournament, his name is mentioned. These other teams here are trying to be there among those elite, so they're always mentioned as a favorite. Do you agree with me?
I do, and I think it's just a difference of, you said it, winning an event, winning a big event, and then suddenly you come in as a favorite. Consistency, you know, it's Epping. They are so close to winning that big event.
But you don't mention his name when you first come here, right?
Because he hasn't won the big one yet.
And as good as McEwen is, you don't necessarily mention him with the top teams. And that step is what they're missing.
And exactly. And I would also argue that whether they know it or not, I think they are there. But it's that belief, that inner belief. Can you get over that step? We used to play against Eddie Wernick. He was the guy. We had to, you know, break that glass ceiling, and you have to knock on that door enough times until you go, wait a minute, if I'd only made that simple double in the third end, we might have won that game. And then and it wasn't so long ago that Brad Jacobs was that team that was good, but nobody was talking about him.
Right.
And these guys are close.
Gotta go.
Skip Stones, Rachel Homan.
Okay, well, keep going, keep going, keep going. Yep, finish it hard.
Then you look at it, these 7 teams, men and women, were the top 7 teams on the CTRS last year. So the only thing that separates any of them really is a title.
I don't know.
You know, they all are 1, 2, 3, 4 on the tour. They've all won a lot of events, and it's just a Brier title, world title, Canada Cup title.
Exactly. On the men's side, the top 8 teams in the world, we've got 7 of them right here, and they've all won a spiel this year.
Yeah. And that's no disrespect to them. I mean, it sounds like I'm picking on them. I'm just saying that there are names that you would overlook. I mean, Mike is a terrific curler, defending Manitoba champion, but again, the same kind of thing he fought getting out of Manitoba. He's not mentioned in the first breath.
Right. Pile of weight here.
Jen Jones leads by 3. Wow. Makes the angle, double, splits it around, and sits the 3.
We touched ours. Yeah, sorry.
In a 3-3 tie. And the final stone, Kelsey Rock.
Well, a chance for 2 because of a really nice shot she made on her first one. It was flurry line 2. Kelsey made a perfect freeze. It is that red stone at the back of the 12-foot. And Tracy Fleury jammed and rolled open, and it is that open stone. Just hit for 2.
Rock out of contention, but a win here would be an additional $2,000 for her.
More line. Looks there. Hold it. Hold that.
Yeah, we're in a wider line.
Seen this path a few times. Once it gets to the line, this is where it was throwing the sweepers off and coming down.
Line only. Still there. Line only. Curl. Curl and sit.
My Rachel's been close on a few of those. It's so difficult to force Jones to miss one of these when there's a single guard that you're freezing to.
Oh, yeah. You gotta have to another end, I guess. I guess. Not real same, real close to your first. But straight pick it. Yeah.
Not a lot of happy faces among that Homan team.
Spectacular double with Jennifer's first one. Shouldn't do much here. They're just going to keep the weight up. You can't. You're not going to hang around anyways.
I was just going to say, do you play it quietly for the 4 or get rid of it for 3?
No chance. Just make that red one go away, whichever's your favorite weight.
Clean. 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 Yes. Yes.
way down to it. Around it goes. 1, 2, and 3 for Jennifer Jones.
Nice recovery. Great pair, Jen. Got it, girl. Really nice. Good shot. Really good.
Well, this game means so much on the men's side. Jacobs' win will put him through. John Epping trying to bring him back and bring 3 lost teams into play. Final stone, John Epping.
And a ridiculous turn of events in 2 stones. All Brad Jacobs this. Andy had a hit to lie 2, threw it a little bit in out, just tipped the yellow stone over, and now this is a hit for 3 in the lead.
And there they go, 1, 2, and 3. Wow. First multiple point end comes in 7. And John Epping takes the lead 5-4. So again, on this final night of round robin play, which only started last Wednesday, 7 teams, very quick, 6 games. Team Gushue and Reed Carruthers are in. Should Jacobs win, he'll join them. But if not, he falls back and he brings Laycock into play, Epping into play. And if Mike McEwen wins over Kevin Cooey, 4 teams at 3 and 3. Women's side, Jones is through. Rachel Homan is already through. Val Sweeting is idle tonight. And now, of course, you've got Carrie Anerson playing Carey, Chelsea Carey, Tracy Fleury. We could have 3 teams there, all at 3 losses. Well, Jennifer Jones, this one was about going through to the final, and she certainly appears to be on her way. And you look at what she did, it was a slow start for Jones. They didn't play well, still managed to get, as they call, the skip's deuce. And then, of course, the Jones double in 7 results in a 3-spot, leads at 8-2. And Rachel Homan, really from the get-go, in the first end, she was 13%. The game story is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. So with that game out of reach, and there you can just see that frustration that Kathy was referring to for Jacobs in that last end. That's where we're going to go now with John Epping leading 5-4. Will pick up play in the 8th. Lead stones, and Jacobs does have the last rock playing the red stones.
Steve Laycock sitting at home and Mike McEwen on the sheet beside have just perked their interest a little bit here. Get a chance to get into some type of tiebreaker if John Epping keeps the lead here. Big 3.
Well, you can see Brad Jacobs' frustration, and look at the numbers. And Brad's at 88% and John Epping's at 77%. So they've been playing very well.
Yep. Yep.
Go, Pat. Hard, Pat.
Hard.
Ryan Harden sliding that corner guard into the rings. Another mistake. Only saw this once from Jacobs at the Briar, where they were absolutely machine-like, undefeated in the round robin with a tremendously good field, and gave up a kind of a dumb deuce to Brad Gushue in the 1-1 game, 1-2 game.
Right, hard line.
And then couldn't recover, gave up a steal of 2.
Hard line.
1 miss here already.
Hard. Hard line. Hard line still. Hard, you got it, hard. Go. Right back. Good. Oh boy. Ah, good sweep.
Good shot.
Wow, that's as much separation as you could get.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't easy.
Very good, Patty.
Whoa.
Pat Jansen missed several weeks after he suffered a broken cheekbone. John was telling us they were doing a clinic in Unionville, Ontario, if I remember correctly. Happened to fall right on his cheek and required a surgery and a steel implant.
That's why I never swept.
Because it's dangerous?
Yeah, it's dangerous. You sure?
I never thought of it as being dangerous.
Oh, hey, you're going to be thinking.
Okay, rope. Easy, just for weight. Line looks good.
Yeah.
Line looks good. Yep, Fry.
The family's
Go ahead,
together
Fry.
again.
Yep. Yep.
Weird
Yep,
Uncle
yep,
Russ
Fry.
over
Hard,
there.
hard, Fry. Yep. Yep.
You don't know. You're fun at Christmas, let me tell you.
We miss and roll to a corner, we're dead.
Blank means that Cooey continues to lead.
You like this, Pat, or you want to? Can't really give up 2 here. Okay.
They're gonna have to go
Yeah.
a couple times. So just talk to them after the shot.
Thank you, bud.
It's a great point John's making there. You play that long run back. The odds of making it are slim, and then if you miss by a fraction, which is what usually happens, now you roll for corner guard.
Clean.
Jacobs with hammer slides around that corner guard. This makes a lot more sense.
I don't know, buddy. I'm
It's
with you.
kind of tough
It's
eventually
either or.
where the Brad
You make it,
Jacobs
you're
stone
real
is.
happy, you don't,
They
you're
should
not.
have to leave you a double somewhere when they come into the rings for their second.
And you don't get rid of this thing, we're in trouble.
We can't keep doing this.
No, we
Pete. Pete.
pretty good.
Line's good. Right here. Line looks good. Fry. No, line looks good.
Yeah, it's a little.
Line's good. Fry. Whoa. Whoa. No, no. Clean. Yep. Fry. Yep. 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 Yep.
Shot. Huh? Yeah. Line's good. Line's gonna be fine.
Matt Cam, who represented Ontario with Mark Keane in the 2015 Brier.
Running really. Okay, coming now. Whoa, 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 it's running straight. Still got to be here. Must be here.
Well, I don't know why we're sweeping it. We should have left
Try, Matty.
Top 4.
A couple of interesting decisions by Jacobs that have worked out well. He could have drawn the sat 2, and as you said, there would have been a double at some point in time. So he threw the guard. It's kind of a center guard. Epping went and froze to the back, which is fine, but this gives Jacobs a good chance for his 2 this way by getting around his own colored guard.
Just EJ. Yep. Finish it. Yep. Line's getting good. Yep. Still. Go ahead. Yep. Yep.
Hard.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
I know, it's not wide open. All right, not bad.
It's a great bounce back game for Ryan Fry. Struggled very badly earlier today,
Top 4.
Thinking like a 410.
but he's at 88% in this one.
It's just getting quick. Yeah.
Jacobs losing to Reed Carruthers. They missed their opportunity to get their spot.
Lots of line.
Oh, then.
Still have an opportunity tonight with a win here to go directly into the playoffs.
Just freeze.
I think we're just welding here.
Sorry, guys.
Onto ours in the pocket.
I think you want to be pocket. Like cheating to ours a hair, but
If we do this, he's going to be able to tap it on the nose and get rid of our 1 and sit right on top of it. I think we got to freeze our red.
Good idea to come down.
Like if we go here He can probably
Yeah,
throw
anyways.
hack, get rid of that, and sit right on top of it. Yeah, I like
really
that.
good point.
Yeah, just
Sorry,
freeze
I
on
thought
your
you guys
own
called
then.
timeout. No, okay. So you want to be on ours?
I think so.
Maybe slightly.
Slightly off nose.
Yeah.
Slightly off nose, okay.
Yeah, slightly off nose.
Yeah.
It's the same shot.
The
right?
more they bury this, the less weight Epping's going to be able to throw at it, therefore probably leaving both Reds in play. Even if this drops short, sure, like top 8 buried.
Room. Just for weight. Just for weight. Launch a
Yeah,
line.
Epping still. And
Yep.
Yeah, partly
Line
buried.
good,
You don't want to
boys!
leave in this
Wait,
pocket, I guess. But
Got lots of line. We're going in the pocket here. Needs to curl. Okay, it's pocket. Now just EJ. Oh. All right.
Great sweep.
Stay on it.
Yeah.
Well, Chelsea Carey came back with 1 in 7,
Run it a little
but it's still Carey Anderson by a couple, although Chelsea Carey has one covered and is sitting 2.
She's sitting actually 3, Vic, and so this is the attempted double by Carey. Chelsea Carey's final stone came in a little bit too deep, so a nose double should give her shot.
Third point is around the edge of the 8. There it comes into play, and that one will spill in, and that'll get her the 1.
beautiful shot.
that is her bread and butter.
Isn't it? That could have gone really wrong.
Oh, no.
Close.
No. Yep.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Yep.
Just trying to get to the nose.
Whoa. Whoa.
John Epping.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yes. Yes.
And to the nose he is.
Shot, John.
What a very nice throw.
Man, that's what Ryan Fry was worried about. He left it open enough that John could do that. Just a beautiful shot.
Really close. My bet is on red.
You hit it right on the nose, and we lay shot rock
Jacobs
right
being
there.
the shot rock at the moment.
Looking back
Top
and
of the button.
stuff. Yeah. Like, I think that's the call. Run it. Try to stick it right there.
Boy.
I think we got to run it, eh? Like, get rid of both of his, and we got 3 in the rings there. Give me like middle of the rock. Sliver high.
Yes, high or nose even does it.
Even nose is good.
Tricky to get both yellows. Got to hit the left-hand side of that yellow that was just thrown by John Epping.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Hard.
So good.
Shot.
As mentioned, Tracy Fleury needing the win to give herself a chance, but down by 2. Here she is.
Well, she tried burying on her first one, and enough was exposed that Kelsey Rock was able to pick it out and leave herself lying 3. And so it is those same 3 that Tracy is drawing against. Needs full 8.
Not moving. I think so. Full 8 foot. I don't think you can hurt it at all.
Fleury out of the Idlewild Golf and Country Club in Sudbury, and that'll be good for the single.
Whoa. Yep. Yes. Hard.
John Epping and his last.
Hard putt.
Jansen on the brush, and then rolls it over and sits right on top.
Got to take our 1. Edge of the 8.
Sure, John.
Well, Rachel Homan, this was the game we started with, of course. These two are already in the playoffs. This is the battle for first. Homan gets 2 and 8, but is down by 4 as they play 9.
No choice now. Cheryl just going to
forced
take the single here. Pick your favorite path.
Off it.
The boys are just watching this one.
Wow.
Off it. Don't even look at it.
They're not.
Oh, they're looking at it.
Oh dear.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. And all the way through. Wow. Steal of 2. John Epping in 8. I hear some cheering from the hotel. Sunday night football. Panthers, Seahawks. Action gets underway at 8:15 Eastern Time. Right across the TSN network. Downtown Brandon, all dressed up for the holiday season. A steal of 2. Oh, you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. So says Brad Jacobs right now as he gives up that steal and falls behind 7-4. Knowing that a win would put him right through. And that was he missed his opportunity earlier today, as mentioned, against Reed Carruthers. That would have given him the ticket.
He did.
And now here again, getting caught.
It's funny how ironic it is, because we talked about it before that end, that he had that hiccup 3 here, and that's it against Gushu at the Briar. The same thing happened. They couldn't recover that next end. Brad Gushu stole 2 to go on to beat him in the 1-2 game to get to the final of the Briar. And I just said to Cheryl, the wheel was turning, but the hamster's dead. You just quit thinking it. He looked like he had a nice end. He made a good shot with his first one, and then when John rolled perfect, it was like, oh well. And he ran down and threw it, and we've all done it. I've done it.
Oh yeah.
Line. Line's good.
One had it been a really tough shot, he'd have made it.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, right.
He
He focused, and he would have. Yeah, he's made them all week.
Yep.
He's played super all week. You could argue he's been the top skip.
Yep. Line's good now. Hard. Finish it, Fry. Okay. Shot, Ron.
John Epping has the chance to be a hero for a number of teams if he can bring Jacobs back.
Yep. Yep. Attaboy. Very good.
Players still getting a lot of curl on this ice. Greg Owasco's ice has held up so well. I think the only hiccup that they talked about a little bit was the frost creeping in a couple times, and it got a little bit heavy in, but they solved that with shutting down some of the air vents coming into the building. Lots of curl, though.
Yep, Pete. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Shot each. Oh, curling's mean.
I can't argue there.
Yep. Clean. Yep.
Back.
Playing in the 9th. EJ Hart.
Got room. Those lines. Needs to curl, Pete. Yep, a little bit.
You
Yep.
gotta go, Ryan.
Yep, hard, Ryan. Yep. 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 Whoa, whoa.
Shot each.
Just hang in there, try to get that 2. You know your opponent's not going to take any risks, so you get one buried like this, John's just going to, he's not going to chase, he's going to run around and peel. You execute a good end here, the 2's extremely possible. A couple of center guards in the free guard zone in end number 10, and the chance at a steal is very, very possible.
Matt Cam, the former Ontario junior champion, lost the Canadian junior final to Braden Muscowie. And we see Braden now playing third stones for Reed Carruthers.
Okay. I don't know.
Yep. Rub. 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 Line's good.
Line's good.
Yep. Pete.
Whoa.
Yep.
Row.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Row.
Trying. Nope. Nope. Line's good.
And down on the corner.
Brilliant.
It is the shot rock. Just holding on to the top of the button.
Understanding angles here. John's one of the best. By hitting this red one there, that red will jam, but it'll be spinning. It'll have an intern on it, so it'll spin this way, and then the shooter kicks across that way. He's got a chance to get them all. If he hits that red that Ryan Fry just threw, it will really spin.
No. Whoa, whoa. Go. Yes.
Oh, wow. Is that any good?
Matt Cam.
Good job, buddy.
The gear effect of the red, it spins. Gets it out of there easy. What a great shot.
Skipper's pretty happy.
What a turnaround,
Hard
eh?
line.
Cheryl.
Oh,
Okay,
it's
well,
so deflating for
looks like
the opposition when a shot like that's made, because Ryan Fry made a great freeze.
Here's the focus thing again.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
This situation, Cheryl, and I'm going to pick on Brad Jacobs. They are so good at hitting, so good at controlling a lead and protecting a lead that when they're down a couple, it's like, oh my gosh, I probably won't catch up because they're so good at maintaining their lead. Obviously, Epping can do it too, but,
Right.
you know, when we all played at a lower level, you had that hope that you'd get 2 steal ones.
Because you did.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point. No, that's a good point. Because they are so good at it. They just kind of give up when they're down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And the game we started with is now over. It goes 9, and Jennifer Jones, high fives, as they win it 8-5, the final. And Jones is through now to Sunday's final. Finishes with a record of 5-1, and Homan at 4-2 as the gold medal winners leave the ice here at the Keystone Center.
Queen.
Two choices here. You could blank, try to score 3. Or with the free guard zone here, I kind of like this idea. Just draw for 1, throw a couple guards.
Looks heavy.
Goodness.
Once if it curls into that 4-foot strip, it'll die. There it goes.
Shot.
I think that's all that went wrong with the last one. Just hard enough that it stayed out in the good stuff a little too long. And
tracks.
Yeah.
Forced. Trails by 2 and gives up the last rock.
The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. The 2016 Home Hardware Canada Cup of Curling is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by Sponge Towels Paper Towels. Nothing absorbs like it.
Rachel Homan and the team coming off their 9-5 loss. They know they will be in the semifinal. Mark Nichols is here. He'll be into the final. He'll finish first on the men's side of things. So just to update the standings, Jennifer Jones first into Sunday's final, 5-1. Rachel Homan 4-2. She'll await the semifinal winner. Once that is all figured out, as we say, there could be 3 teams at 3-3. While on the men's side, Laycock with the lead would bring Jacobs back. Or pardon me, Epping with the lead would bring Jacobs back. Laycock is already at 3-3, and Mike McEwen is playing Kevin Cooey, so we could have 4 teams there in a couple of tiebreakers. Still lots to decide on this Friday night and final round robin draw. Very short, just the 7 teams, 6 games.
Yep, early.
We started on Wednesday morning.
Line looks good. Yep. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good, Pete.
But it has to be particularly frustrating for Brad Jacobs, who had 2 chances today.
Yep, go ahead.
It's not over yet, of course.
Line's good.
But he's down by 2.
Yep, go ahead, Bry. Finish in a bit.
Played well today, too. Both games, percentage-wise, they were right there.
Mm-hmm. Got a chance here. You know, you make Epping look at 2.
Sure.
And then the ice has been a little bit questionable for pass with the draw, so.
The scenario, you can sit 3 very easily. John peels this one, you go around the other corner guard. John might peel again, you sit 3 at some point in time.
Clean. Yep. That's good. That's good.
Even.
I think you do this right now.
Sure, bud.
E.J. Harnden.
Tight.
Line will be good.
Down by 2 and
Just
without
wait.
last rock.
Needs to curl a bit.
John Epping.
Line's good. Fry.
Epping, the former
Whoa, whoa.
Canadian mixed champion of 2006.
I think you keep ripping this one, you should have a shot at it.
Kevin Cooey, Mike McEwen. McEwen needing the win, of course, to keep himself alive.
Well, Mike McEwen made a really good come around on his first stone. Kevin Cooey not able to get it out, rolled away. And then Mike was able to hit it. That's why he lies 2.
Whoa.
So this is the force.
Whoa, right off.
Needs to stick it for 1.
Oh, and he will hang it there in the 8-foot for the single. So it's a Cooey lead. McEwen with last rock coming home.
The next one, whatever you want, Fry.
If we go with this and he peels, we go around on the next one and he hits and rolls in, we got nothing, right?
Got room. Room.
There's that scenario. You bury here.
Got room. Line's good. Got room.
Does John
Line's
peel
good.
the guard
Line's
and let
good.
Jacob
Line's
sit
real
3,
good.
or does he hit the open one? If he hits the open
It's
one,
good. It's good right now.
Team Jacobs goes around this guard again. So
Whoop.
it's pretty easy to sit 3 in this
Yep,
situation.
go ahead, Pete.
Very nice.
Love to peel it onto this left-hand red.
Yep. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Pat Cam going to get this one too.
Oh,
He just stuffed it, and he'll leave it there in the 12-foot.
Oh, that was hard to get it that thin.
No kidding.
Tough to call that one. Tough to go over.
Got room. Easy.
Sorry, guys.
That needs to curl.
Line's
a
good.
mile.
Line's good.
Needs to curl. Needs to curl. Needs to. No, line's okay. Yep. Yep. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yep. Oh. Yep. 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 Yep.
Timeout, please.
Each team is given 2 90-second timeouts. 38 minutes of thinking time to start.
That's thin.
It's a quarter.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? We play the double this way, or we try and hit and roll in and sit?
Well, even if I just clean rip, what does he do?
He's going around again. So I'll look at
No,
3.
if I clean rip.
Well, he'll put one in.
You have to
Here.
hit the guard, Cheryl.
Yeah, I agree.
What's that? Yeah.
Sure.
What are you thinking?
Jim Wilson is a director with the Toronto Curling
Depends
Association.
how you want me to look at the, like. Well, the hit and roll is ideal, right? He goes around here, and then I just draw in there and follow him in.
Yeah,
I
it's
follow
over.
him in, and we've got him or here, right?
Sure.
Play the guard with the out-turn peel.
I think so.
Thin.
Well, max you got right now with this is draw a full 8.
Yeah. You okay with that?
Yeah. Kind of weight.
John's saying
Yeah.
hit and roll in, which has to be accomplished because you'd like to be shot rock here. If you're not shot rock, they're sitting too buried. Brad's coming around either way, and then John's saying, I'll just split the house at 2. So you can do it either way for sure.
3 rock widths, boys.
Good normal.
I'm going to roll in here.
Yeah.
Matt Cam.
Yep. Yep. Hard, Pat. Hard for a piece. Really hard for a piece.
Pat Jensen.
Hard, Pat. Come on.
For a
Wow,
piece.
great sweep, Patty.
He did
Wow.
well to hold it as the shooter rolls to the center line, back of the button.
Wait, nice brush, Pat.
Yeah. Or here. I like the corner. He's gonna peel.
He's going to have to, right? You
Yeah.
think he's going to peel?
Well, if he doesn't, then he doesn't. Might draw in there. Let's just call it timeout.
That rolls out, Cheryl, and they sink another one.
Timeout called by the
I think
Jacobs
we gotta go in
team.
there because we know what it does. Make him make something.
Hold on. I don't like freezing them, eh? What do you think, Pete?
Well, if we freeze it, it's anything off, and he can make a nose hit. I like going around too.
So we go around.
If we go around, and he's probably gonna peel. I think you got to dead weld this.
Huh?
I think you got to dead weld this.
I don't know if he's going to peel. I heard him say roll it in and then
Well,
follow him down.
then play
follow
it.
us down.
Then play it. Then we can do this and potentially lie 3, and he's drawing against the wind. I like it. Let's go.
I don't think you want to quite freeze it, just buried around biting 8 foot.
Get it hidden.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Which is fine.
Then you just have
I'm
you'll have a nose hit.
I'll have a nose. Well, depending
on where it is.
Yeah.
Well, if he leaves you an automatic double here, we'll just go up and we're at that corner.
Yeah, where if he corner threes,
Yeah.
is it where? Agreed.
Line looks.
Move. Don't need to.
Close. Close, yep.
There it goes.
Group. Yep.
I
Group.
don't know if it's not stopping.
Trying to use the one guard they've got.
Stop.
And he wanted to weld it on the corner. They've got two behind.
I think I ripped, don't I? Pretty easy double, or do you want to freeze in there?
That's okay. Completely up to you, bud. You know the spot here for this dub?
Yeah.
Anywhere low is perfect.
Yeah,
You play that.
exactly. Yep.
There's a scenario we talked about.
That ice there, John?
Peel a
Yeah.
guard here. Brad sits 3. John's
Play that
probably going
double
to play
on my
that
last,
double,
right?
which is pretty easy. Brad didn't quite get that where he wanted it. It's going to be a pretty simple double no matter what happened, but getting rid of this guard's been the key all along.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Clean.
Clean.
And away it goes.
Try to roll it, I guess.
Is that sorry?
Yeah, I just make that double on my last one.
Right in the middle of the rock? Or you want a hair low?
Hair low.
Hair low.
Hair low. And, yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. Gotta go. Yeah, I really gotta go.
Gotta go.
Yep.
Brad Jacobs in his last.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard. Hard each.
Yep.
Whoa. Roll it a bit. Shot, Brett.
So he is sitting the 3.
Nice 10th end for Jacobs. Really good solid end.
Well, and that's what they wanted to end up doing, is having look at 3.
This crosses a bit. You hit it at 1 o'clock. You give up a steal of 2. You hit it at 10 o'clock. You give up a steal of 2. He's going to be pretty accurate here.
But he'll remember that 8th when he gave up the steal of 2. That's the difference in the game. As John Epping, with his final stone,
Clean.
will make 2 go away. He'll give up 1, but he'll win the game, make the final. 7-6 over Jacobs. And he'll finish at 3-3. And he'll bring Jacobs back. And tiebreakers will be coming up on the men's side.
Everybody back home.
And let's quickly go to the game between Kerri Einarson and Chelsea Carey. 7-6. Einarson leads as they play 10. Final stone.
Well, she has been a highlight reel tonight. On her first one, she had to make a very long run back facing 2 Chelsea Carey buried stones. Picked one out. Chelsea Carey guarded. This is the tap of her own to the forefoot for the win.
Remember now, the winner of this one will go into a tiebreaker. Get it by, tap it up, and sit down. And Kerri Einarson will pick up the win. 8-6 is your final. So she'll go to 3-3. And the reigning Canadian champion, Chelsea Carey, will finish at 2-4 and out of contention. As Rachel Homan and the team know they will be in the semifinal after their loss to Rachel Homan. Now, let's go over to Sheet D and check in on Cooey and McEwen. And the scenario here, Kathy, of course, is that Mike McEwen must win to get himself into that tie-breaking situation on the men's side with a record of 3-3. And as they play in the 10th, it is Cooey leading by 1.
Well, Denny Neufeld made a great freeze. It is the second shot stone, and Matt Wozniak froze the back one. The challenge is the Cooey stone is still shot, trying to open up the front.
And he runs it by and then unlocks that freeze at the back of the 12. That shot rock was the red stone, is the red stone. There you see it, center line, top 8. That belongs to Cooey, and he leads by 1. The last rock, however, belongs to McEwen.
Here. Control. Yours seemed to do exactly what we thought. I thought you were a little positive. Okay.
Bad break there. They get by and hit that a little less brushing, and they take out that red guard, maybe even take out the buried Cooey stone. Now this one was released also. It was frozen earlier. Now it's a gimme for Mark Kennedy.
Gotta go. Hard. Hard. Hard, Brett. Go, go, go.
And rolling it over. And it will sit down. Spins a little too far. It's third shot.
Yeah. Make a deuce with mine. Just a firm normal.
Okay.
Firm.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yep. No.
Whoa.
Yep. No.
PJ Neufeld.
Yep. Yep.
And that'll unlock it and spill the red stones enough
Real good.
What a nice
to
shot.
leave the shot rock being McEwen, top edge of the 8th. It's open.
That if you are. Did they say pick it and then make the run back? Yeah. Sure.
You can see half of that yellow.
Could play the run back, but nice call. They're talking about saving it. I think they're going to pick the yellow out. McEwen will try to come around, and then they'll have a run back if they need it.
Kevin Cooey.
Yep.
Trying to salvage something from a disappointing week.
Yep.
Canadian world champion out of playoff contention. And timeout is being called by Mike McEwen.
You might draw the button, and then you might have that.
And then I've got that for the win. Like this at all? Then at least have something for the win. Unless he
He'll
glues
try
it.
and then he still might have that.
Or this, and he just.
I don't like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So much respect for the run back ability. They talk about the freeze.
Edge,
Generate a mistake.
Should be decent.
Going out pretty wide here.
Remember, I got 14-1.
The one that come down top 4?
Yeah. I'm guessing he's got to throw this harder.
13.5.
Yeah. But then we're going to get, we'll be one rock quicker. Depending.
Great comment. One rock quicker. That's how accurate they're getting now.
John Epping and his team waiting to see who he may play. Right now we've got 3 teams at 3 losses. Will Mike McEwen make it 4?
Line's good.
This is his first.
Line's got room. Easy, guys. Easy. Quite a bit of room. Easy, guys. Oh. Killed it, guys.
Has to curl.
Just stop in time to be shot rock.
Boys just thought it'd be much slower out there, and they jumped it.
Such a tendency when you're out in the wings.
Yeah, you think it would have died, actually. Didn't.
Ran really
Well,
well.
you can throw this way. This is what I have in mind.
What was that?
Just
What-
edge to
13
edge.
seconds.
I don't think Kevin can afford to rip everything out of there because there might be a split for two at the
Close,
top
yeah. With the just through.
for Mike McEwen.
Just a back line wait and tap it.
That's definitely there.
You're trying to throw this?
Yeah.
You know, I'd like killing it just in case you sit here and he tries something crazy.
Yeah, I agree. Be ideal.
Actually, maybe even that.
Both these teams have been on the wrong side of the inch. It's kind of ironic they're playing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, playing well and then
Yeah.
just one rock here or there. And
Final
How
stone
much?
for Kevin Cooey here in this 10th.
Whoa. Close.
Leads
No,
by
never.
1.
No, close. Never. Clean. Whoa.
Brent
Whoa.
Lang,
Whoa. Clean it.
Ben
Yep.
Hebert.
Clean it. Yep. Whoa.
Mark Kennedy calling line.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Wanted
whoa.
to kill that yellow, and
Good
they
shot,
do.
Kevin.
So
Great
they're
shot.
sitting the 3.
That was a good throw. This is good. That was a great toss.
Ryan Fry already in his civvies. Knows he'll be in a tiebreaker. Waiting to see again how this will all sort out. Mike McEwen.
Mine's okay. Yeah, if you can. Hard if you can.
Mine's fine.
Mine's
Matt
good.
Wozniak
Mine's
takes
good.
it by himself as Denny Neufeld drops off.
Mine's really good.
BJ Neufeld calling line. And to the lid he goes for the single. They'll go one more. And McEwen will have to try and steal his way into the playoff. Now final stone as Tracy Fleury tries something. She's down by 2, needs to do something to get herself in.
Trying to run the stone that Kelsey Rock just threw.
And it will not be enough.
Try, Chase.
She'll get just the single point needed, 2. And so Kelsey Rock, the former Canadian and World Junior champion who had lost 4 in a row to start, plays spoiler on this final day, picking up a couple of wins and none bigger than taking Tracy Fleury out of contention. She'll finish at 2 and 4. Rock also 2 and 4. So one game remains. Cooey and McEwen will go an extra when we come back to Brandon. So women's play is complete, and we know there will be one tiebreaker. Kathy and Brian will have it for you Saturday morning on TSN 3 at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Carrie Anderson, who comes off the win over Chelsea Carey, will play Val Sweeting. Both of them at 3 and 3. The winner will move on to play Rachel Homan in Saturday afternoon's semifinal. One game remains on the ice on this Friday night here at the Keystone Center in Brandon. Mike McEwen getting just the single, needing a win to join 3 teams at 3 and 3. Brad Jacobs, John Epping, Steve Laycock is also at 3-3.
Pretty good.
Idle this evening. And
On this side, halfway.
McEwen trying to make it 4 for a tiebreaker. Or tiebreakers in that case.
Nobody seems to have any problem making the tick out here on this ice. We've seen Don make it a few times. Ben just made it.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Right here, Maddie. It's there. Good. Give him something different to look at.
Shot, Danny.
Here on ours.
Throw it in.
Oh. Okay, I don't mind that.
Look, it's the exact same line.
Yeah.
Thinking there.
Same throw.
Nice to give Ben the input here. He tends to favor the out turn, and they go out turn and hit it on the high side. You're into a really new path. So they're saying the exact same shot he just threw, but they'll cross the face, and then they know what it does.
Hard, Brent! Hard! Hard. Shooter, Brent. Go.
Real good.
Keep it going.
Those are pretty good, Benny. I was trying to think of what he could do over here.
Yeah, you can try it.
I think so.
I'm not sure about this, Cheryl, because if it's tough for Cooey to get it out there, he's just ignore it anyways. He's guarding the 12-foot.
Line's close. Just line. Might over curl.
I understand the peels are pretty automatic, but you can get it high enough, they might jam it onto something on either side.
Just line.
Line's good.
It's all
Yep.
there.
Yep. Yeah. Hard.
Good try. Good try. It's worth a try.
Center's rolling. Yeah.
John Epping bringing Brad Jacobs back.
You know what?
And as he talks with Lisa Weigel and the Homan coach, Coach Kingsbury. Still waiting to see, though, who he may play in that tiebreaker, whether in fact there will be potentially 3 games to sort it out to see who will move on to play Reed Carruthers in the men's semi.
Jam and roll, maybe.
Just over.
Back to the center guard.
Yeah, but now there's less shrapnel on the side there. It's
Halfway. Halfway's too much.
Okay. So let's stop.
Throw.
pretty good spot because you'd like to hit about half when you're peeling, and 45 degrees is fairly close to that yellow one on the left.
This.
It's also fairly close to the right-hand red that is a little tighter there.
Thought intern looked easier.
Yeah, intern looks easier to jam to me, but they're both the same.
Half rock. Thick half.
Straight peel.
Fair bit of weight, thick half, and spring your shooter.
Brent Lang.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Nicely done.
You tried to jam it.
But I didn't.
Just about a foot higher.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Go, Maddie. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Great speed.
Good scrub to bring it across, get it across really high.
Fairly thick, right? Thick way? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark Kennedy.
Yep. Good.
What a difference that move made a year ago was for this team, who struggled really when they put it together initially. And, moving him to the third position, it all clicked last season.
Want to go here now? Yeah. Back tee.
He's kind of in the perfect position, Mark, because he's the go-between between the front end and the back end, and he is a big communicator, and that's really helped this team. And their work with John Dunn, their sports psychologist.
He's throwing in the third position. Those rocks are pretty darn important, and to be able to hold the broom, I think, gives him a little better feel for the lines and the speed control.
You got room.
Easy.
Lots of room. Think you're close.
And they talked about Mark and Ben having played together so long that I think it was good
Back
for
to you
them
guys.
to maybe not be back front end
You gotta
together.
go.
You just gotta
They're
go.
finishing each other's sentences
Yeah.
there.
Hard, all the way
And
back.
Brent's fit in so
All the way
well.
back, Matt.
Good sweep.
Thick half.
Yep. Yep.
Right away.
Hard.
Hebert, Lang have got him.
Hard. Okay.
Well done.
Thanks, buddy. Good sweep, guys. Yeah.
We haven't watched this sheet all day today, but it's a little bit tougher to bury around the corners. It's a wee bit straighter.
How's that for speed?
They were going about 5 feet at the start of the week. Now they're down to about 4 1/4.
Yep. He's behind the tee.
Same as anywhere.
Could follow him. I just don't want you to get too.
Probably get mine to dive just a bit more.
This hedge of four path has been the one that's worried.
Line's good. Room. You got some room. You got room. Lots of room.
Skip
hot.
Stones.
Yeah, you got lots of room.
Mike McEwen in his
Starting to really
first.
go.
Line's good. Yeah, Denny.
Starting
Hard
to
Denny.
really go.
Hard Denny. Okay, well then.
Should be okay. Should come down. Should come down.
Yep.
Good.
Shot.
Boy, did it ever. Really fell. And in behind they go, behind the tee line, back of the 12.
13 there.
No, yeah, no. Like,
I figured it was a little heavy out of my.
Yeah. But it's back house on its own. So
He's going to follow it down here, have his own saver. Mike elects to freeze to it. You've just got to hit the
like
8 foot.
top 4 weight, right?
yeah, I'm thinking you just want to be full 8, even if you're open. Do you want to take any extra ice?
Sure. Edge of button.
Like, that's the worst. Okay.
Just hide an inch.
Yeah, you don't need to be fully buried.
No.
Okay, we're
Felt pretty
line's
good.
a little tight, but should be okay still.
Line's good. Line's fine.
Kevin Cooey and the team from
I
Pull
see
the
that
that.
off.
You're not going to
Glencoe in Calgary
close.
already have their
Stay
spot
close.
booked
Wait
for
only.
next
Top
year's
tee.
curling trials in Ottawa.
Line's good, just right here. Yeah. Make
Higher
sure.
the better, I think,
Make
guys.
sure.
You're,
Make
line's
sure.
fine.
Go.
Whoa.
That's pretty good, I think. Yeah, you don't want that to curve.
Whoa.
And he
Good sweep,
wraps it around.
Just a perfect spot.
Stay with us. Sports Center's coming right up.
Very nice. It's always, extra end. You're throwing through the slide path. It's always a little bit of a guess how much extra to add.
Time out.
I like the fact he kept it in front of the tee line. It's
Yeah,
really
we could
hard.
do that.
If you're right here.
That's very, very precise.
Really, well, they're both precise. Either one of them are very easy.
We probably want them hitting, right? If we can force the hit.
If we could have a rock here, line 2, that would be. what
Yeah,
we
I
want.
agree. We probably want to force the hit. I think we want to force him to hit.
Did you ever thought you'd hear that?
No.
Kevin Cooey?
What
It's
is
coming
it?
in the right way.
It's coming in the right way.
You got to hit a
so-
quarter.
I think with hack.
Yeah, quarter with hack, you'll stay.
Wow. At least he's drawing something then.
It's just hard. It's hard to put it. It's hard to get shot rock.
I like that. It's our best chance.
Hack weight, quarter rock. You punch it right to here.
Yep. It should run, and then as it's coming in, it'll tweak.
Yeah, that'll be pretty gradual.
Extremely tough ask here for Mike because look at the angle there. You've got to hit. You hit half the rock, you're going to jam it on that yellow one, and it's going to be an easy wide open hit.
Yeah.
So he has to hit maybe a third, Cheryl.
It's like max to me.
Yeah, with.
But you need some weight when you hit a third of it to move it that 4 feet and try to save your shooter.
You might have a nose hit.
It looks like a lot of ice because of the weight you're going to have to throw.
I don't.
Light hack. Just the hack, right?
Hack weight, it's good. You hit a quarter with hack weight, you're
That'll
good.
get enough. I don't think that's too much ice.
See, we were a little scared of the frost creeping in over there, though. We'll see. See where he goes with this.
Yeah, I just have to move it a heck of a lot.
Be close to what you threw on that
Okay.
outturn draw in 7.
I don't think so. I think that's pretty close, guys.
Call me in this driver button.
Final stone, Mike McEwen.
Light hack.
Got off to a slow start. Dropped his first
Whoa.
2.
Yep. Hard. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Replied with a
Whoa.
win over Epping.
Whoa. Yep. Yeah. Hard. Sit.
Oh, man.
That's an amazing shot.
And then rolls it over, and he is hitting the 2.
Look at that angle.
Good job, Mike.
Nice.
Any thicker he jams. He even touched the yellow. Soft enough weight to hang around. And to move that red quite a ways. Just perfect.
McEwen at one point this week was 1-3, and now he's scratching and fighting for his life to get himself into a 4-team tiebreak at 3-3.
What do you say? Because I've messed up.
So board, easy board.
I've seen a lot of these missed wide this week. The running bands are so quick.
Final stone.
Clean.
Against
Clean.
2.
Clean. Clean. Clean it. Whoa,
Easy,
whoa.
Lang, Evert,
Clean. No. Oh, it looks heavy.
coming up,
No.
coming up, coming up, coming up, and going to sit. Is it going to sit? Is it going to sit? And it will. Just that much. Cooey will hold on for the win. Make the final 7-6. And McEwen is eliminated from the tiebreaker situation. He'll finish at 2-4 with Kevin Cooey playing the spoilers role. So it's all done. Men's side, Guju first, Carruthers second, Jacobs, Laycock, Epping at 3-3. On the women's side, Jones first, Homan second, Sweeting, Anderson, at 3-3. Is everybody watching? There's Mark Nichols. It just stopped in time for Cooey and not enough time for Mike McEwen. So here's what's ahead coming up tomorrow with Kathy and Brian. Laycock will play Jacobs in the first tiebreaker. Only women's tiebreaker, Sweeting against Einarson. And of course, the winner of that Laycock-Jacobs game will then go on to play John Epping in the second men's tiebreaker. That'll be played tomorrow afternoon. What a final night of round-robin play here in Brandon. The tiebreakers are set. We know who'll be in the finals and semis. Till we talk with you again tomorrow, thank you for joining us. The Canada Cup is here on Canada Sports Leader. TSN Sports Center is next.